shit with the juggalos on Replicon Radio. Giving a lesson, don't be a bitch, Replicon Radio. Yeah. This is Replicon Radio.
If you would like to be a proud sponsor on Replicon Radio, shoot us an email to repliconiswatching@gmail.com for more information. Bitch.
Yeah. Boop, 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 boop. What up, y'all? How's everybody doing?
Good.
Don't hear you, bud.
No, he's muted.
You didn't you muted me, but then you didn't unmute me.
Oh, you're so loud again.
Wow.
Hello.
Hello?
Yeah. How you doing?
I'm doing okay.
Hell yeah. Yeah. Well, no, I didn't. I figured you would unmute yourself.
You're the button master.
Not when you're at your house.
Not when it's your own shit.
He muted me the first
Because you were supposed to be muted when we were muted when the music was started.
I thought you had it under control. You were like, okay, shit, you're gonna do all the muting. All right, cool.
Nope, this is your life, bro. You live it.
Well, then don't mute me again.
I'm gonna mute you when you're supposed to be muted. That's when you're supposed to be muted.
Well, then unmute me after you do
You
that.
didn't mute yourself as you're supposed to. So therefore, I had to do it.
You didn't give me an opportunity to see that you guys were muted to mute myself.
Let me remind me, I got a new drink in the freezer. Pull out before it busts all over the place.
Okay, I'll try to do that.
Like
I'll try
at like 6:30.
All right. What's up, Tigger Kanga in the house? What's up, Lilith the motherfucking sinful in the hell? We appreciate you guys tuning in. We are live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch.
Fuck yo, Twitch.
We're Replicon Radio. Tonight on the show, man, we got the Deadly Apples.
Yeah.
A lot of people are like, what? Who? Huh? It's going to be dope. Like,
We're going to find out.
These guys have toured the world in support with Rob Zombie, Marilyn Manson, the Deftones, Rammstein. They got a new record for the first time in 7 years. They worked with members of 9 Inch Nails and Filter. They're big shit. And we're going to learn about them tonight.
That's what's up.
Shit, why can't they just be like
A little shit.
big people?
I mean,
Why they gotta be shit?
I don't know.
Are they shit?
They big shit.
Yeah, they could be the shit.
True.
Ooh, you should always charge your phone, Lilith, before popping into Replicon Radio. Or you can watch it on your TV. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Either way, they're all going to be good. What do you mean this is going to be a good one? Is it the last one wasn't good? Or the next one ain't going to be good? They all going to be good. You know what I mean? But yeah, they're coming up shortly. We're going to talk to them. We're going to learn. It's going to be dope.
Look, man, I fucked up.
Hell yeah. I'm
I
excited. What'd you do this time?
I'm getting my ass beat because when in fantasy football,
Okay.
I didn't look at my fucking lineup at all. It's been a busy week. It's been a busy week. Didn't even look at it. Thursday, Halloween. I noticed the game started, and I was like, "Fuck!" Let me check my lineup. IR.
Oh.
I'm like, "Oh, I got
That's how most of my team was.
I got the same guy on IR in both leagues, both our leagues." I'm like, "Motherfucker!"
You just knew you weren't gonna win, so you just let him. You just like, fuck it, just keep him out there.
No, last I checked, me and Hamer were like fucking neck to neck.
I thought I was gonna win too, and then I had a dude that was out, dropped him. Good player, dropped him so I could have a player in because all my players were on either bye weeks, out, or IRL, like 5 of them. So I was like,
swoop him up.
no. I got a new player in, played half of the first quarter and went out.
Got hurt.
I'm like, motherfucker, like, how the fuck, dog? So that fucked me. Like,
So, well, I had 2 people with zeros. My kicker got 0 fucking points.
Terrible.
And then a guy on the IR. Otherwise, I think I would have beat him. I think I'm winning the other one without a guy in.
Yeah, I won one and I lost one.
I think that's
If you guys don't know what we're talking about, it's Replicon Radio Fantasy Football. You can play next year. Just let us know in advance by shooting us an email. To
he's got one guy. I got 2 guys going tonight. My quarterback and a running back, and he's only got a kicker going tonight, so I should be all right. And I'm up by 2 already, so there you go. Then I got to walk like a little doggy on my fucking money league.
You winning, dead body, Tony?
Yeah. I was supposed to win by a pretty substantial margin, but most of my guys shit the bed. But I mean, I'm thankfully I had a big enough margin that I'm still winning. Let me see where I'm at, because
still afloat.
Let's see. I think we're all done. Because I'm playing Zitro this week. He's got a couple of guys that are out.
He hadn't been playing. So if you lose a Zitro, there's an issue.
Yeah, my guys shit the bed, and his guys came in, but you know he's got a few people out. So, and one of my quarterbacks that was on the bench. They did fucking phenomenal job, but he was on the bench. And the one that was supposed to get more points, he just shit the bed. So, Andy's out. Yeah, another Prescott. He's out on a hamstring.
Yeah,
ham.
Oh, sure. He loses the game, and then he goes, "Oh, I'm hurt.
My ham hurts."
What a bitch.
I'm out on ham hock.
But I mean, I'm winning. I should win by 10 points.
Check your pick.
I'm not betting you all night, dog.
What's your pick, bro? I don't know how to do that.
Do what?
He said, check my pick.
Who did?
Check my pick.
Check your pick, Kanga.
Which league?
Oh, what is that? Oh, it's a little dinosaur guy.
And then I almost felt like being a dick and going back in and changing it after the game started, but I was like, I'm not doing it.
I wish I could make that bigger, but I can't make it any bigger. There's a dinosaur in a call center. What's this up? That's almost headphones. It's a dinosaur at a call center. May I take your order? Welcome to Replicon Radio. May I take your order? It is on there for anyone. Oh, it's just one of the options you can pick? Dope. Hell yeah. There we go. Welcome to Replicon Fantasy Football. May I take your order, please?
I'm serving up ass whoopings.
Serving up this dude.
Mm-hmm.
This dude. You added a logo to your video? Man?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You added a logo to your video. Oh, no, that's true. Never mind. I'm tripping, dude. I'm on drugs. The sleeve of your shirt looks like it's a logo in the bottom of the screen.
Oh, down here.
Yeah. I was like, oh, that's dope that you added that.
So let me put a logo in my. Yeah, I can't do it. But yeah.
Hell yeah. No, I'm just
I
tripping.
wonder if I could do that. I'm not going to mess around with that now, though.
Yeah.
I'll break something.
But yeah, I'm glad you brought up Zitro. Shout out to Zitro. Him and Bakelo and Histio dropped their new episode of the Hip Hop Happy Hour. Hip Hop Potamus. Go check it out because it's from the Gathering, and I got a whole segment in there that I never thought would see the light of day. So that's fun. Yeah, it's interesting, and you can watch Zitro and Cartoon do a tequila salt bump.
Huh? That's interesting.
Yeah, it's like ramen for your tequila.
You just mix tequila with fucking
No,
brine.
they just put it on there. They just did lines of it off their hand.
Oh, yeah, that's how you do a tequila shot. Typically, I don't do that, but
Yeah. But it was fun.
you're supposed to line the little cup of your hand with salt. You lick it, put salt on it.
That's
or
what
you-
I did. I did it. And the tequila came with its own salt, and it was like orange. And it just looks like ramen powder. The cartoon is sober, so he wasn't drinking, but he would do a line of salt. So,
Okay, all
because
right,
salt is not drugs.
all right.
And I look like shit, but it's fun to watch.
What time was that little clip taken?
It was daytime still. It
Mm.
was daytime, but it was, I don't know what day.
Well, at least that's good because I know that anything that after that sun goes down would pee at the gas.
I mean, we were drinking. I mean, it's me and Smalls, and IP, a little bit of Scum, a bunch of Zitro, Cartoon, and a little bit of Bakeflow. So we were drinking. We were doing tequila shots on screen, obviously, and then like drinking. And then they were asking me questions. They were supposed to be interviewing me. They asked 2 questions, only one of which I answered. And then like I was supposed to be squashing my beef with Histio because we had a pretend beef, I guess, because I talked shit about his voice being so high pitched. That's why I couldn't listen to their podcast.
Yeah.
Which is not a real beef because obviously I like Histio, but it was fun. They asked me about the origin of the name. And I didn't want to tell the story because I was like, we talk about past members enough. I don't want to tell another podcast. But it was fun. Check it out. Nice to meet you too, Bizarre. Where did I meet you at? Was that at the St. Louis show? Were you the nice young lady that came up to me? I hope so. Either way, it was nice. I remember, but I don't remember. Or maybe I remember and I don't remember. I don't remember. What are you doing? Looking at your fantasy?
He's playing catch up.
Hell yeah. Again, if you guys are just tuning in tonight on the show, we got the Deadly Apples. It's gonna be dope. Speaking of ICP, I guess I'll just talk about the first half of my week because after we were here Monday, and I talked about the 2 ICP shows I went to a third ICP show in Joliet, Illinois, and we're not beefing with nobody. But it was whatever. Just rewind it. I was supposed to go with Kyle. Kyle canceled last minute.
Damn it, Kyle.
But then I ended up going with the homegirl Lily. We went out there. That place was insane. Have you guys ever been to the Forge? Like, it's not that big of a place, but it's a decent sized venue. It was sold out a long time ago. They put the wrestling rink in the middle of the floor, so you have sold out plus wrestling rink. It was fucking disgusting in there.
That
dude.
sounds terrible.
Dude, the walls were plastic, so they have a balcony which is all covered in plastic. It looked like a fucking Saw setup. Like just with thousands of people fucking elbow to shoulder. So we showed up late. Luckily they were live so I could see it. And I was like, yeah, we're not gonna go in there for that. So we got there just in time for like a Ouija Mac, which is perfect. It was a dope ass show. I mean, every show was slightly different and slightly the same. Every show I saw had a different intro. Like the actual intro was different, and then the first song was different. And then it was a lot of the same songs, just kind of in different orders and shit. But it was still cool. But it was fun for me because it was different people at every show, which is half the reason I'm there anyway. So I got to kick it, you know what I mean, with all different people. Shout out to the homies in Chicago area. Crystal and her dude came and we pre-drink. And then I got to see like Barbie and Anne-Marie and a bunch of homies in Chicago. And I guess I met Bizarre. And whoever else I talked to. It was a dope show. But yeah, it was like so hot. It was like 300 degrees in there. And they weren't checking tickets, which was fucking crazy. So we had tickets to the show. We didn't need them. We just walked right in the fucking door. Nobody even asked.
That's crazy.
Probably why it was so packed. Yeah, I started messaging people that weren't there. Like, hey, we got tickets. Who needs them? Like, come out. You guys didn't come because it's sold out. Like, we got a couple of them. But it was a dope ass show. Who the fuck is texting me? I'm getting all these fucking political text messages now.
Who you gonna vote for? The giant douche or the turd sandwich?
It's not even like facts, but it's not even like it's like local shit. Like, fuck is this? Governor, senator, or fucking GOP Senator John Hawley is defending porn. What? I don't fucking care at all.
Get out of here.
Well, I don't know. What are they defending it from? I like porn. What's the problem? I don't know. I'm not even reading. Like, I just delete them. But,
I don't know. They took certain porn sites away in Texas.
yeah.
So you better get them whacking on now, because we're in just as a red state as Texas. So
Could you imagine if we went back to the way it was when we were in high school? We had to like hide magazines in the woods.
that would be crazy.
To be fair, those were better times.
They were better times. Today, you're not just gonna walk down the street and find a random nudie mag like you did back then. Sometimes you'd find them, be like, "Oh shit!" Now you don't get that these days.
Right, which is weird.
It's weird.
I never
Yes,
thought about how weird that was.
it is weird. But like when you ain't got nothing and you
No,
ain't
it's
got no
amazing.
music,
It's just
that is a gift from
it was
God.
a jackpot, but in retrospect, it was disgusting.
It's just like, this is so gross.
Why is that here?
Turn the page, wash your hands.
And they were always wet. Always
Always.
wet, bro. Yeah, but that's crazy. Porn back. Yeah, that I went to I heard about that. I was in Indiana this weekend as well. And there I heard about it, so I had to try it out. And yeah, you go to like Pornhub, try to go to any porn site in Indiana, it blocks you. And they want you to like submit identification.
That's crazy.
Like even on my phone, like it knew that I was in Indiana. And it was
That's
like,
insane.
oh, yeah. Yeah, it was wild. I was like, no, absolutely. First of all, no. I'm not gonna do I just wanted to see. I'm not gonna give it to you. But
Yeah.
if I really wanted to use this, I need to do it anonymously, please.
I'm gonna have to start stocking up on DVDs, man.
Or just downloading them while they're still legal.
Yeah, right. Hey, you gotta create a stockpile. You gotta prepare for the end of the world, all right? Because if they're taking that away, yeah, it'd be in dark times.
Yeah, it's crazy. I've never seen it, so that was the first time I'd ever like. I mean, it wasn't banned, but they wanted you to scan your ID front and back.
That's basically what it is. It just want a government ID to ensure that whoever is accessing the site is of age. That they're trying to protect the children is what is. I think I haven't read.
Less weird than blocking it entirely.
Yeah, but I mean it's.
But if I was not of age, I would have someone's ID to scan because that would be. That's our magazines now. That's our Woods magazines now.
It's like, hey, I found this ID on the side of the road.
When dad goes to bed, you just scan that mother. It's not, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I mean, I'm sure not everyone, but I'm sure a lot of people fucking snagged mom or dad's credit card when they were kids and like bought some shit or you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you're not even getting charged for this, I guess unless you start watching some weird shit.
Yeah.
Then that comes part of your fucking social credit score, and they fucking come attacking your parents for watching your fucking. Excuse me, Mr. Freaky P's dad. You've been watching a lot of stepmom porn. That's illegal. Sorry, your 13-year-old asked you to age verify for him. That's what's up.
I mean, hey,
I wonder if you get in trouble for
it
that.
keeps it. I mean, I would assume.
It's like buying beer for a minor.
I mean, these laws are getting crazy, man.
Correct.
I mean, to be fair, it's probably not. I mean, it's not. I was gonna say probably. It's definitely not good for kids.
They're definitely going to get in trouble. If
It's not good for adults. I wish that shit would have been limited when it existed. I wish you could have set it to where it's like, okay, you can watch normal porn or you can watch the rest of this shit. I'd be like, all right, just keep me on the normal porn portion. I don't ever need to see the rest of that shit. It just fucking deteriorates your brain. But yeah. What do you think, bro? Done with the fucking porn restrictions?
I mean, I don't really give a shit.
Blocking that shit in Texas, bro.
Shit don't bother me, bro.
Porn doesn't bother you, or blocking it?
Blogging it ain't bother me.
Yeah. What if you wanted to watch porn? What if you traveled to Texas and you were so horny?
What about your constitutional rights to do whatever the fuck you want?
Right.
Bro, you got to remember, I grew up in an era where we didn't have internet, so I don't give a shit about it. So whatever they take away on the internet, I can care less.
Yeah, but aren't they? Are they blocking it in stores, or is it just the websites?
Websites.
Okay.
Yeah, as far as I know, you can still go buy it.
They do. They government check your ID in stores too.
For sure. Yeah, that's why we had to find it in the woods when we were kids. We couldn't go buy it in the store.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you could get them delivered to your house without age verification, but then you'd have to be delivered to your house and your parents were there. They'd be like, "What's that magazine in a black bag?"
Nothing.
Game Pro. Shut up.
From GameStop, Mom.
Yeah.
It's Game Facts.
Super Mario Brothers fucking map book.
It's the new cover. They didn't want to reveal it.
Yeah, good luck.
Hell yeah. But yeah, it's just weird because I've never experienced any sort of internet. I don't know, censorship, but just any sort of blockade like that. That's never seen it.
It's happened on YouTube.
You know what I mean? Like,
they've done it on YouTube where like they say that in certain areas certain videos aren't allowed, and it says I've seen it. It's not very common.
I've seen like some of our videos. It'll say blocked in whatever country.
Yeah,
but I've never actually experienced the block.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like I've never been in such a place where it's like you can't watch this here.
That's annoying.
Yeah.
But it's good for the VPN companies because they're gonna because you just put on a VPN and you can get by that. You just say you're in a country that allows it.
For sure. Yeah. But just so everybody knows, I didn't watch porn while I was in Indiana. I wasn't.
Well, he couldn't.
I couldn't. Well, I mean, I guess I could if I showed.
He would have. He fucking would have.
I would not have.
He would have went to the bathroom at in the venue and just to pop one off.
Right. But I did go to Indiana and I got to see Jessie Murph again, which was absolutely fucking amazing. I know.
Hence why he needed the fucking porn app.
that was for after the show.
That was after the show. That was after show activities.
No, I had plenty of videos after the show. Yeah, I know it's not really music we talk about here, but she's absolutely incredible. It was dope. It was weird though because it was on a so fitting to the conversation. Oddly enough, it was on a college campus in their theater, which was massive, by the way. It held like 6,300 people. No,
I was wondering how big that place was going to be, and then I saw your video.
Biggest show she's ever done outside of like a festival or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, 6,300 people.
It looked like it was packed.
Yeah, it was. It was about 87% female.
Nice.
It was walking in was awkward as fuck. Luckily, I actually had friends there, so it was like it worked out. I had a friend and her friend. There's a person I haven't seen in like fucking, I don't know. She says since 2006. So. But it was dope. Freaky Pete's Pornhub search says Jessie Murph lookalike.
That's what he was going for.
That's not a thing.
He already tried that one.
It was on ChatGPT.
He tried the Murphs. Whatever. Who else? He tried the Christina Aguilera.
The Murphs. That's funny. But it was fucking dope.
That's even funnier when I just thought about Murph from fucking.
That's what I thought of when you said it. I was thinking of Murph too. It's so funny. That's where my brain goes. It's always but she was fucking dope. It was amazing. It was crazy. It was weird to see because there were so many people there. And then it was like it reminded me of old school ICP because we walked out. Next thing you know, there's 2,000 people screaming because she's like hanging out in front of her bus, and everyone's like, "Ah!" It was like female in sync. But I was like, I get it because I'd have done it too.
You were.
I was far away. I wasn't gonna. I mean, we walked past
You
it.
should have walked over there and gave her a full fire.
We walked. I mean, I walked over there, but she had already gone away. There was a fucking crowd of people on fucking
pussy.
Whatever. But it's fun. But the shitty part was I decided to drive home, and that part sucked.
That's dumb.
I basically ended up Ubering my friends that were there because I wasn't drinking, and they're like, "Well, you should just drink and stay with us," which I didn't do.
Why not?
Because I had already planned to come home, but I didn't mean to like hang out with them afterward either. But I did, so I didn't even leave there till 1:30. It was like a 4.5 hour drive in the middle of the night. Which, whatever, I made it, but it ruined my next day. That's all. That's all I have to say. But it was dope. It doesn't matter. It was worth it.
How did it ruin your next day? You slept all day?
I know. I just felt shit. Like I felt sick. I mean, I slept late and I missed something I wanted to attend. Part of the reason I decided to come back, so I was trying to go to someone's like funeral wake thing, and I didn't make it. I slept through it.
Way to be responsible, B.
Yeah. And then I just felt terrible. I felt sick the whole next day.
That's what you get for not going. Attending a funeral.
Well, that's what I get for not fucking sleeping. I should have just stayed there and slept and then drove home. But
or be an adult and not go so you can attend a.
Well, that came after. That wasn't like a.
What do you mean it came after? Like it's just something that just happened that day?
Like a couple days before. Before I was.
I mean, sometimes you got to cancel plans.
Sometimes you do. I don't know. How you feeling about the Buckshot and Blaze Blockwork Morgue and the HOK releases? Have you listened to either of those, Drew?
Nope.
I know Dead Body Man hasn't.
Nope.
I think they're good. By
the way,
congratulations, D Ryder.
By the way, Dead Body Man, fuck how your week was. Nobody gives a shit about what you did or what I did.
I mean, that's nothing new, bro. I'm used to that. I mean,
we're just gonna talk about P's week.
I've literally gone on like honeymoons and we've just not even talked about it
twice. So I asked you guys. Oh, that's not skipping anybody's week.
That album is dope. What are you, fucking
The HOK
Yoda, motherfucker?
Happy 6 years of sobriety. I think they're both dope, but they both need some listens.
Congratulations, my dude.
That's my opinion, D. The HOK one I thought was going to be amazing, and on first listen, I wasn't overwhelmed. I wasn't like, oh shit, I got to show this to everybody. But listening to it a few more times, I like it, but it's not like, fuck yeah, thank God I waited so long for a new HOK album. You know what I mean? But it's good. I enjoy it. A couple songs on there are super dope. I miss the there's not like all the old beats were like kind of ghetto because that's what they wore back then.
That was me, D, but I say congratulations.
He said it before that. But there's no like horror movie samples, obviously because they had to put it out professionally, but I like all the old like horror movie samples and all the fucking like all that type of shit. So it's like the updated version. Obviously, we're in an updated world.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go give it a listen to give my opinion because I'm pretty sure, I mean, I can already maybe give you an opinion, but.
Well, yeah, I'm sure you can give me an opinion based on just your own idea of not what you've heard because you haven't heard any of it.
Right. I'm pretty sure I can give you an opinion about it. Because I'm pretty sure it sounds.
I know I can.
I'm gonna say it's got probably like a newer sound to it instead of like the old school fucking House of Crazy style.
Yeah, it's just mainly just the production though, which isn't a bad. I mean, I guess to devil's advocate on my own self, if it wasn't updated and it sounded like something made in the fucking 90s when they had no money, that would also be something you complain about because you could do better now.
I mean, like probably like the
you know what I mean, like. It's
hard
like
to make nostalgia style, if you will. I don't know how to explain this, but it's probably not as dark as it probably should be.
Yeah, it's good though. It's decent.
These are questions that I'm asking.
I would imagine as an artist, it'd be kind of hard to blend that line between what you do now and all your projects now, and then going back to something that you did when you were just starting out. Like,
trying to make.
Do you have to make yourself sound shitty to match that? I mean, I would imagine it's a difficult thing to do to go back to.
Yeah,
I don't even want to compare these two. I'm going to anyways, but it's probably like the new Violent J fucking singles that come out, how horrible and trashy they are.
No,
with his little new style of trying to do shit. So they're trying to do like a new style. No. Okay.
No. They're being HOK. It's just cleaned up. To be fair, fuck a million people hate me for this, but to be fair, HOK sucked. Like original House of Crazies, sucked. Inner City Posse sucked.
Remember for the times that it came out.
Well, yeah, it's bad. Yeah,
So, yes.
yeah. I didn't listen to it brand new. I wasn't a juggalo in 1989. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like I caught on early, but not that fucking early. Like, but it's bad. Like even when like Riddlebox came out, to go back and listen to Inner City, it's terrible. It's bad.
Yeah, no.
They're bad. They're not good rappers. The beats are terrible. It's bad.
Like
it's kids in a basement. It's supposed to be bad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like this isn't bad. You know, obviously it became good because of nostalgia, and you start loving the songs because you love the bands, and you know what I mean. You go back and you like it. That doesn't mean it was fucking. That doesn't mean it's any better. But to go back and try to make it again, it's hard to do.
Yes.
Production wise, yeah, absolutely production wise. But they weren't as good of artists then either. But yeah, it's still good. It's just not. I wanted to be blown away by it.
Was it a whole album?
Yeah, it's a whole album. It's called 31. It's a good album. I mean, it's Twisted and the ROC together. It's good. It's dope. There's some really good songs in there. It's almost like an ICP. Like the more you listen to it, the more it grows on you type of vibe.
Well, they've only got 4,000 listens.
What up, Dreadlock?
Oh, HOK? Well, yeah, because who's listening to HOK on streaming?
Apparently nobody. Why wouldn't you? Especially if you're on your way home from the show or something and you're going to bump it.
Well, everybody that went to the show all got the albums.
Ain't nobody got a CD player in the fucking car. All right, I'm going to give it a listen.
Real quick?
Yeah. At least a song or two. This has got their most fucking views.
Oh, you listen here too.
Oh, hey, Mark.
Oh,
hey, Mark.
Oh, hey, bro. But yeah.
Did you hear that?
No, thankfully. Yeah, it's good. I just need to listen to it a few times. That's all. That's my answer to that. I thought Backward Morgue was actually pretty good on the first listen. It's just oddly close to Clock, because Blaze did Clockwork Gray based on Clockwork Orange, and this is obviously also based on Clockwork Orange, but it's Backward Morgue with Clockwork Gray. But it's dope.
This is like they just started rapping. Like they never done it before. They're just now like learning how to try to rap.
Oh, you listen to old HOK?
31.
Oh, so you do like it.
Sent here to take you.
Dreadlock Juggalo in a house? What up? What is?
I mean, yeah, I don't. Yeah, is that really something?
Hell yeah. This is a live Big Roo review.
I mean, I'm talking. I'm listening.
No, I know it's a play on Clockwork Orange, but I'm saying like Blaze did Clockwork Gray.
Correct.
It's just my brain. Listen, I like the album. I'm not hating the album. I'm just saying when I listen to it, my brain gets confused because I'm like, wait, this is Blaze and Buck doing Blockwork Orange. Has nothing to do with Clockwork Gray, but every time I hear Blaze say Blockwork, I think of Clockwork, not the rapper Clockwork.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then,
Because there's also that.
Yeah. My whole brain is like, okay, I gotta skip.
There's
Like,
too many.
it sounds good, but there's so much happening right now. It confuses me. That's all. But yeah, it is dope. Everyone should go check it out. Light's new album's up for pre-order as well. Go check that out. Tons of shit, bro. Tons of shit. Tons of fucking new music out right now in the underground. And before I get too lost on it, I was not at Hollow Wicked, but fucking that ICP. That's the best fucking stage set from ICP in fucking 10 years, probably. That shit was so dope.
I mean, it sounds like a Twisted out.
It is. Twisted in the ROC.
I understand that.
Yeah.
But like, it doesn't sound like anything different.
Yeah.
But it's Twisted out. Like,
With ROC.
Twisted, we're on fucking Psychopathic still. We just released this album. And it's all Twisted featuring fucking Brian.
Yeah. The ROC.
And we just
Call
started.
him the ROC.
We just signed.
Yeah. So that means it sounds like HOK. So you're saying, you're denying everything I said where it sounds new. You're saying it does sound like
Some
HOK.
of it does sound new.
Thick Chris dropped an album on Halloween. That's what's
Last
up.
song I listened to sounded new.
Shout out to Thick Chris. Acid Colt.
Lifelong.
Mm-hmm. All eyes on you, bro. Yeah, they fucking ICP's the super. They did. Did you see this ICP stage?
Mario
I did not.
Brothers. I see him come out as Mario Brothers.
I did not see the stage when I saw Jay and his Mario get up.
Yeah, they did Mario and Luigi. The whole stage, though, dude, it was fucking Super Juggalo Brothers 17.
That's
It was
awesome.
fucking, they had fucking the fucking piranhas coming out the pipes. They had fucking squares. They had fucking whoever was it, Clay dressed up as Koopa doing like it was fucking dope.
That's awesome.
The set was the same as the set on the whole fucking tour. It was a different intro. They even had like Mario in the intro. And then a different first song. They started with Trick or Treat or whatever. Oh, that shit. It was all the same songs. The whole tour was all the same songs.
Well, yeah.
Mixed it up. It was a different set every night because they had a different intro and a different first song. And then they switched up the order. But it was all the same songs. But hell yeah. Darby's new album just dropped. Fucking Garden. Go peep that out. Shout out to Darby. And he just dropped a new chain. It's got his fucking Daisy logo from D-Town Customs. Only 17 made.
Dropping the Daisy, big enough.
Yeah, shout out to fucking Darby O'Trill. Go pick it up. Go check out the record. Go buy one of them charms, man. Only 17 of them. They are $200, or I would have bought one, but they're silver. 0.925, whatever that means. It's almost one. Doc Gruesome has a new one. Sweet. Yeah, just keep telling us about all the new records, man. I'm down. There's a bunch of shit came out. A bunch of shit. And what else happened? On top of that,
I don't know. It's got a mixture. It's got a mixture of like old school, new school vibe.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's good. It just you gotta off of one. It didn't blow me away. That's really the whole point of what I said.
No,
I wanted it to blow me away because they don't do that.
you just want to get blown.
I always want to get blown. That's true.
Same.
For anybody wondering, if you're ever curious, man, I wonder if Freaky P would like to get blown. Yes.
Yes.
The correct answer is bullets.
Your mother.
Facts.
Affirmative.
That actually works as well.
Hmm?
But yeah, I'm down. All kinds of shit. Oh yeah, Clockwork E put out new shit. Blazing Buckshot. Scum put out the first single from his new Mad Ivan project, which is like
Daily
Russian.
Dino right here.
Russian.
Replicon Radio.
Yeah. Peep it out, bro. All kinds of good music. And on top of all that, ICP announced the motherfucking gathering of the Juggalo.
Which blew everybody's mind that they were this fucking early with the dates.
Well, I mean, they started planning it at the last one.
Well, that's what they always say. They do that every year, but I mean, you know.
The 25th anniversary gathering of the Juggalo is going down August 13th through the 16th. You guessed it.
Legend Valley.
That's right. That's a Legend Rock. Legend Valley.
Legend Valley.
Tickets on sale soon. Ouija announced Juggalo Ohio 3. Tickets are on sale now.
when is that? What's the dates?
For gathering? August 13th through the 16th.
That's right. That's what it's
August 13th through the 16th. And, fun fact, has not been announced yet, but confirmed, the Tom Wood float will be moving to an earlier time.
That's dope. I might not be able to make it now.
Yeah. Well, I think it's so it doesn't have to compete with the gathering again, since the gathering it would be 2 weeks before the gathering.
The gathering's in August. That's 3 weeks away.
That is a tough one to go up against.
Yeah.
Whatever. I mean, the float ain't even that expensive.
No, but when you're a juggalo and you go to fucking all of it, and that's right there. Like you got gathering, and
You
2
got a
weeks
whole
later
year
you
to
got the
save the
flow.
fuck up.
Yeah, but you gotta still take
I would
time
go.
off of work and all that shit.
Save your vacation time.
You don't even use all your vacation time. You come down for 1 day.
I don't need to use any of my vacation time.
Because you don't come for the whole event.
2 days. Even if I did, I wouldn't have to use any vacation time. Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
It's a weekend and a holiday weekend at that.
Mm-hmm.
You even take Monday off.
Yeah,
But yeah, they haven't announced it yet. But speculation has it.
I like to spend some of my time off at home as well, instead of fucking running around at 100 fucking degree weather.
Well, speculation has it we're looking at June.
Which would be 100-degree weather.
That's just speculation.
Either way, June or September, it don't matter. Still 100 degree weather.
Yeah. But June gives you 2.5 months to prepare for the next event at the gathering instead of 2.5 weeks, which would hopefully bring more people. Yeah, I mean, they want more people there, obviously.
Sure.
So they had problems with that this year, competing with the gathering. Not necessarily competing, but just, being so fucking close.
Will you go lay down?
We have the same people going to both events. It's hard to get them to do all that.
Well, you can get more people there if you would allow other people to perform there without having somebody to be in the fucking gatekeeper of fucking bullshit. Just saying.
Well, we'll see what happens.
Just saying.
But we'll keep you tuned in on what's going on. Faux show. Either way, I'm looking forward to it. All things I'm looking forward to. So how was your week, Dead Body Man? You broke your car, which is why you're not here again.
Yeah, last week my wife broke herself, and this week my car broke itself. So I had a wheel bearing go out on it, and 2 of the rims are busted on it. So it's not drivable right now. But no, I had a good week. I worked all of it, and then we had Halloween over at our house. Handed out candy and sat out front, had a fire. For our area, we had a steady flow of people. It was a good time. Everybody seemed real excited this year. So now, Mark, the Challenger, technically has been broke, but I haven't been driving it because I got a different car. The Challenger needs a battery though. But
are you guys a full candy bar house?
No, not yet. Because we hand out a bunch of different stuff. We hand out like juices and waters and different types of chips and obviously the main candies like name brand candies and stuff like that. But like we kind of just do a little bit of everything.
Juices and waters. Huh?
Yeah, instead of just we've talked about it. Like, do we want to be a full candy bar house? We would like to be, but then you gotta. It's like, do you want? Because like right now we give them. We're like, hey, you can have as much as whatever you want. Just don't take the whole bowl. And so like you can have handfuls of candy, double bags of chips and juices and all that stuff. So it's kind of a free for all. But if we had full
Halloween buffet.
Do what?
Little Halloween buffet.
Yeah, and that's kind of how we set it up. Because we just set it up the table. We let them come up, take up whatever they want, and all that stuff. We don't even hand it to them. We just like, hey, come up, get your stuff. It's a pretty, relaxed environment. But if we were a full candy bar house, like it would obviously have to be limited a little bit. Be like, all right, well, you could only have 1 or 2 of this, and We play around with it a little bit, but we kind of prefer to just have a Halloween buffet.
Right.
Yeah, but her mom and aunt came over and all that stuff, and we had fun.
Hell
And I didn't go to any ICP shows this week.
yeah. It's good to hear.
Whoop whoop.
I remember them full candy bar houses when I was a kid. What was the cool? What was the? What's the thing you remember most from Halloween as a kid? Like some house gave you, good or bad? Was there something that ever stood out? You're like, this is fucking great, or what? Or fuck you. Somebody gave you a penny or something.
I never had any Halloween horror stories. I was just lucky to come back with a full bag of candy because I did Halloween in the ghetto, so there wasn't a whole lot of people handing out candy and all that stuff, and we weren't really driving around to neighborhoods to these nice areas to get it. So like if I came back with a handful of candy or a house full of or bag full of candy, I was happy.
I'm a house full.
Well,
hell yeah.
We
I got I remember getting a Walkman, bro. I got a cassette Walkman.
That's crazy.
Dude, I was blown away. I was like, we were trying to get our family to let us go back. Bro, this is like $20. Like, what are you talking about? Fucking, yeah, dude. I had it for years. It was a yellow fucking cassette Walkman. I got a fucking trick-or-treat bag. Fire. You ever get anything, bro?
We had a couple houses that handed out full candy.
You remember them full candy? I remember them too, for sure.
But we always, I mean,
fucking fun size. They ain't fun at all.
Like, what ages are we talking here? Because I remember
your whole life. What stood out?
Bag jacking.
Yeah, you did that?
Yeah, of course.
Of course he did it.
Oh, fuck
you know how Brew is. You know, of course he was one of those.
And it wasn't like little kids. We weren't fucking with no little kids.
You weren't fucking with big kids?
Yeah, we were. Like if we seen kids that probably shouldn't be out trick or treating, yeah, those are the fucking bags we took.
See, we allow all ages at our house. So we can have an adult walk up, and if they want to come trick or treat, then by all means, come get some candy because we want to enjoy the spirit of the holiday. We don't want to restrict people like, you're too old, you can't be doing it. Fuck you. Come on in, get some candy.
You're right.
No, I mean we did that as we got older, but for the older kids that shouldn't have been out there. No, dude.
As you got older, you robbed the kids that were older.
Yeah, you should have been fucking you should have been at the party handing out fucking candy,
right?
Because that's what we always did. I mean,
when we were too old for free shit, bro.
When we were like little kids, we go out and hit the fucking neighborhoods, and then we come back, and then we have a Halloween party at the house.
Yeah,
bonfires and shit, roasting fucking hot dogs and shit on the fire. Roasting marshmallows and shit. That's what we did as kids. We'd always come back. But when you're like 15, you probably shouldn't be out trick-or-treating anymore. You should be out like scaring kids or something. That's fine.
But they're not out fucking doing
save the candy for the little kids, man.
Save the drama for your mama. And save them Walkmans for Freaky P. And them full-size candy bars. Everybody remembers the full-size candy bar houses, bro.
We might have full-size candy bars one day. We're not sure yet.
I can't even buy a full-size candy bar for myself, bro. You go to the gas station and bitches are like $3 now.
Yeah, they're crazy.
I mean, we used to come back with fucking pillowcases, dump them out, and go get another pillowcase.
Yeah, go get a refill. They ain't out like that no more.
No.
You gotta go to the trunk of treats.
Yeah, which those is ruined Halloween, I feel.
Yeah, boo those. Boo.
I don't see how they make them any. I don't see how those are safer than going around your fucking neighborhood when you know your neighbors. But whatever. Let's go to a trunk or treat where all the strangers are with their fucking cars, and you can snatch a fucking kid and drive away real fucking quick. I mean, fuck. Doesn't sound real safe when you think about it. Like
the only time I ever participated in a trunk or treat was when Twisted did it at Pops.
Did they do one?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, they did. I remember. Because Frankie and just had their car decorated for it. That's right.
I think we even decorated our car that year.
Yeah.
Were you even at a Twisted Joe?
Yeah, Frankie just won.
Yeah.
I think there were like 4 people in, but they were one of them.
Yeah, I remember that shit.
And yeah, I used to go to Twisted shows before they joined that shitty fucking label.
You mean created?
Yep.
Created.
Even worse.
Wow.
That was then. That was fucking.
Yeah.
Those were those days. Rue gives out 8 tracks for Halloween.
Damn, B.
That'd be sick. That'd be dope.
Damn, I used to like you.
That would be dope. But yeah, going back to what you guys were talking about earlier, though, there is so many fucking annual events. You can't make them all, but they are dope. So go to all of them. Go to all you can.
I don't know. This house that we're in now was a full size candy bar handed out, motherfucker.
That used to live here?
Mm-hmm.
So people come here pissed now. You still handing out full size candy bars?
Nope,
No.
8 tracks.
People come here for the movie on the side of the house and the popcorn machine on the side of the house and popcorn and shit and candy. I got a little different tradition.
I got you.
And this year, actually, I felt like an asshole at first because I'm like, all right, what movie am I going to put on? So I put on Shrek Scared, or what was it? Scared Shrekless. It's only a 25-minute movie. I'm like,
that we just did.
for like, it's like kids movies. You know, there's a bunch of little kids.
Yeah, you didn't want to play Terrifier. I get it.
Right. No, I almost did, though. I was thinking about it, but I'm like,
Could have been
no.
playing Terrifier 3.
It could have been really bad. No. So I
There's
put that on.
movies in there.
And then somebody had said something about put the fucking football game on. I'm like, dude, it's Halloween. I got to have a fucking scary movie on. Like, at least a kid-friendly scary movie or something, you know?
Right.
So I was like, yeah, okay, all right, well, I'll put the football game on for a minute until I figure out what movie I'm going to play. Well, the adults that were walking by are like, you got the fucking football game on? That's the shit. And I'm like, all right, dude, you make me feel better. And then another dude come by and he's like, dude, the fucking football game. And then there was a van that drove by and they're like, that's fucking awesome. And I'm like, I guess I'm leaving the football game on. The football game on all night. But everybody was loving it, dude. Everybody that come by, they would stop, they'd watch a game for a few, and then they'd be on their way. They'd stop, watch a game, go back with their kids and shit. We were handing out candy and beers.
Watching
the football game.
And beers.
Beers are the adults.
Mm-hmm. Did you check ID?
No. This is actually a banana peanut butter whiskey.
Ooh.
This ain't the peanut butter chocolate. It's a banana peanut butter.
Sounds good.
But after this one, I need to get that can out of the refrigerator, freezer.
Oh, yeah. You have a drink in the freezer.
Yeah, we're all right now, I think. But after this one, it's going to be Blackberry Crown.
Ooh, that's good.
Glug, glug, glug.
I might even have you try this.
What?
In the freezer. I don't know if you can, though. Maybe a little bit. It's not sugar-free.
I'm not going to die.
I mean, you might. I might die, and I ain't even fucking died.
Oh, yeah?
Bro, yeah.
It's fucking...
It's a fucking
Extra.
monster fucking alcohol beverage.
Ooh.
I've never had it.
Beast, whatever.
Well, one's the fucking beast. Yeah, this is like beast fucking. I don't even know what it is. Then there's a like a beast berry. Then there's a peach one, a regular one. What else is there? I don't know. This is the white can. I don't know. I'm gonna try it. The other ones I'm kind of saving because I think they're gonna be good.
The other day. I don't remember.
The white can.
No, it was black and green.
Yeah, so I had the football game on the side out. Everybody was enjoying it. It was fun.
How about the kids didn't?
No, dude. Actually, a couple of them were like, they watch sports.
Fucking.
So they were like, some of the kids were like, "Fuck, can I just stay here and watch the game?" And their parents were like, "No." I'm like, "You guys are more welcome to hang out if you want. I don't care."
Super Bowl shit, right?
What?
Or playoffs or something? No, what's that? Isn't there something?
It was the World Series.
That's
Dodgers
what-
won
okay,
that.
that's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
I knew
Dodgers
somebody was doing
beat the
something.
fuck out of the.
They won. It's over.
Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah! Happy birthday, baseball.
Yeah, and then one of the neighbors talked me into going to Six Flags.
Oh yeah.
Well, they gave me passes.
You ride rides?
2.
Yeah.
The Ferris wheel and then like the little slingshot thing.
Oh.
I mean, I didn't really feel like staying in line, but we did do all the haunted houses. Well, that was Saturday we went.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they gave me passes. They're like, here, man, we're not going to use them. Like we get a stack of them every year, so you can have.
They charge you. Do they charge you for the haunted houses?
Yeah, it's $25 for all 4 of them, or you can get a fast pass for $50.
That's not too bad.
I mean, and then there was a fight.
Yeah.
They had some kids beat up some fucking little security guard guy. I don't know what he had a walkie-talkie. I don't know exactly if he was like an undercover security or what, but like we were going to the one haunted house. We were going to the slaughterhouse, a haunted house, and like all of a sudden I hear this fucking fence fly open, and I look, and I'm like, oh shit, they fighting. And so I just stood there and watched them fucking fight, and I was like, man, if I was a little younger, I'd have went over there and just started swinging and helped that dude out, but fuck him. And he had some other dude finally come over, like I guess one of the other workers. He swooped one guy up. There was probably like 5 of these kids against this, like just the little security guy. He ended up on his fucking back. I kind of felt bad because I didn't help him
fucking
out.
up security like that.
But he was on his fucking back, dude, and I was like,
damn, bro.
You probably deserve that. It probably wouldn't have looked good if I would have gotten involved either, because then it probably would have looked like a race fight, and I wasn't trying to get into all that.
That's how you get stabbed.
I mean, not if you get stabbed there, you can't get anything past security
That's
there at
wild.
Six Flags.
Oh, that's what I say. I thought you were at a haunted house.
No, we were at the haunted houses inside Six Flags.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, dude. I mean, they searched everybody pretty fucking good going in. I mean, they literally had fucking metal detectors that were fucking with a screen that they're watching your whole fucking body as you're going through. But yeah, dude, these motherfuckers, it was funny. And then the one dude was holding the one kid that actually, I guess, started everything. And he's got a white hoodie, like a white bloody hoodie on. You can't miss the motherfucker. So dude's got him up, and then like security, like I guess security. They didn't have like shirts that said they were security, but you could tell that they worked there. And then so everybody else took off but 2 of them. The one that the guy was holding up, then he kind of let him go, and then his little buddy was standing there with him. So they let him go, and they were just kind of standing there. Dude, I guess the dude was like, all right, man, you got me, whatever. I'm not going nowhere. We let him go, and he's kind of standing there, and then he's like, started skipping away, and then nobody even went after him. So I'm like, I guess they let a motherfucker go. What?
Top class security, Craig.
Well, then the cops came because they have cops walking the fucking park doing secondary. So then the cops fucking came, and then they're like, oh, we'll get them. And then, of course, you're in fucking Six Flags. They got cameras every fucking way. You're not getting away. I mean, the dude
you're not getting away.
The dude would have had 1, ditched his fucking hoodie. 2, you would have had to run to the fucking gate before the radio even reached them, which you're not going to outrun a fucking radio. So I'm sure there's these group of girls in front of us, and I guess that like if you're under a certain age or whatever, they won't let you in without a parent. So these I guess there's like six of these little teenage girls, and they're like, will you tell them that we're with you? Can we go in with you guys? And I'm like, yeah, I don't care, whatever. So then we walked up, and then dude was like checking IDs and shit. And he was like, are they with you? I'm like, yeah, they're with me. They're good. And he's like, oh, all right. And I'm like, you need to see my ID? He's like, oh, no, you're good. I'm like, all right. So we got up, walked to the gate and shit. And I said, all right, you kids be careful. I'll see you guys later on. And they just fucking took off. They're like, thank you very much. We appreciate it. And they took off.
Kids.
All right. Yeah, I mean, it was funny. And I guess I looked like the type of guy. I guess I didn't look too scared because I guess I looked pretty approachable for these kids to come over and ask if they could just walk through with us or say that they're with me or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, then they took off. I'm like, you kids be careful. They're like, all right, we will, thank you. And they took off. I'm like, get the fuck out of here, Jesus Christ.
You kooky kids.
But that was actually the first time. I know they're not exactly fucking haunted houses, but I mean they are, but they're like 2 of them are like for kids, and then 2 of them are like more for adults. They had, what was the other name of the other one? Something corn something, and then the slaughterhouse. Those were for like the adults. They had one that was Jingle Jangle or some shit, and that was for like more definitely for like little kids. And then the other one was a fun house, which that was fun. I mean, it was It was for both for kids and adults, and that was actually really fun. That like, as soon as I walked in, I'm like, dude, I feel like I'm at a fucking ICP show right now. That's all you heard was fucking, clown music fucking going on. So I'm like, dude, like carnival music. I'm like, this is the shit right now.
You gotta whoop all the actors.
Oh yeah, all clown fucking haunted houses are always juggalos.
I did run into two people at Six Flags that they were, one had the Carnival Carnage jersey on, and the other one was wearing a ringmaster. Well, no, not a ringmaster. It was the was it ringmaster? No, it was a green jersey of the Great Malenko, and it looked fresh. It was pretty bad. So I ran into them. I was talking with them for a minute. Asked them if they went to the show here, and they did, and kind of talked to them a little bit. Nice people. Didn't catch a name or nothing, but they were nice people. Mm-hmm. That was towards the end of the night. Yeah, it's the first time I've been to Six Flags since like fucking 2000, bro. Yeah. And it was fun. Like, I remember where everything was. Like, I'm like, okay.
It's still there.
Over here is like the Screaming Eagle and like all the games and shit used to be here. This used to be here, but now it's this, and that used to be here, but now it's that. And I'm like, man, this place has changed a lot since the last time.
It's changed a lot in the last like 2.
But I don't remember all like the hills on the walking path. I'm like, why couldn't they just make this shit straight? Why the fuck we got all walk up a hill, down a hill, fucking over a hump? I'm like, this is fucking walking sideways on a fucking hill and shit. I'm like, this is fucking stupid. Right. Like it's a fucking theme park that you literally built. You couldn't make the motherfucker flat.
They can't make roads flat.
I don't remember all that though. I don't remember it all being like all. I remember it being like a little.
It was in
hilly.
A different shape back there.
I mean, maybe. But I mean, I was actually walking good. Everything. My body was actually feeling good. I had to keep my hands in my fucking hoodie so I didn't hit nobody when I walked through the haunted houses.
Yeah, you got scared?
No, it's just like my reaction. Like when something jumps out, the reaction is the fucking
Ooh,
boy.
That's why I didn't. That's why I didn't go to haunted houses since I was
just
17.
headbutting people.
No, no. But that's why I haven't been to a haunted house since I've been 17.
Yeah, should be hitting people.
Well, I hit one. I was like, haunted houses ain't for me, man. My reaction is just not. I shouldn't go.
I mean, you almost get in fights not at haunted houses. So yeah, you know.
I don't ever get in fights.
Stay away. Well, I'm glad you had fun.
It was. I want to go back.
I got a whole fucking season pass in my wallet that getting any use.
I almost called you to see if you wanted to go.
Yeah.
But we was already on our way. It was late. We didn't get out there like 7 o'clock. Just in time for all the festivities.
Is it true? I watched the beginning of the part I was in. I didn't listen to you guys talk. I just watched the part I was in. I shouted you out in the beginning though. Go check out Hip Hop Happy Hour.
Hip Hop Happy Hour.
Hip Hopopotamus.
Mananess.
I shared it on our page. It should be the video directly below this one if you go to Replicon Radio on YouTube. Because I shared it.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun though.
Yeah, I haven't been in a while.
I don't think I would ever ride the Joker. For one,
the new Joker. It wasn't there. They hadn't built it yet when I went earlier this year.
Oh yeah, it's up and running. It's all fucking lit up like a motherfucker now, dude. Yeah. Like there's lights all over the bitch. The boomerang, I don't think I could ride with my back issues. We rode things.
That's the orange one, right?
Yeah,
I rode it.
Green and orange or whatever. Yeah, with the orange cars. It goes forwards and then it goes backwards.
Yeah,
to the boomerang.
Yeah, it ain't bad. I don't know my back. But...
Yeah, it goes forward and back.
No, I'm saying I don't know about your back. I'm saying I've rode it before.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I like the Screaming Eagle wasn't fucking running, which kind of pissed me off. Yeah, which kind of really pissed me off. It was pitch fucking black. Usually, I had lights all over that motherfucker back in the day. Yeah. There's a couple rides, like the Boss. I don't think they were running that.
Really? They said the roller coaster shut off. Damn.
Not all of them, but some of them. I noticed some of them. We went up to the Colossus, the Ferris wheel or whatever, and just like looking at everything, like you definitely could tell what was shut off and not running versus what was. I did want to ride the mine train, but we didn't get to. Yeah, I'm not sure what I can ride.
I mean, I'm sad that I didn't go more often. Because I had fun when I did go.
I mean, I was literally just going for a fucking funnel cake and a fucking ice cream cone, bro.
Yeah.
The fucking waffle cones.
Those waffle cones, man. I wish I had a candle that had that scent to just have it in my house, man.
I do smell it. They smell fire. I think they smell better than they taste.
Dude, you should have seen the line when they were closed. Like, they closed at 11.
Yeah.
Dude, you should have seen the line for the ice cream, man. Dude, everybody was in line to get fucking ice cream to leave. Dude, if you wouldn't have gotten, I guarantee you they didn't get out of there until fucking like 2 o'clock.
Said he would not ride that.
No,
that's
I
like
would
the
not
oldest
ride.
Excalibur, right? Only worse.
Yeah.
Like it fucking goes this way. And
Yeah, well, it spins around and like it'll spin you and it go like it's spinning and it's fucking twirling.
Yeah, that's like like the Excalibur. The Excalibur was similar to that.
Yeah.
That's the only ride ever in my entire life that I ever got off of and had vertigo.
And it,
Like I was like, whoa, like
was it the Catwoman that
Green.
used to be the Holland Fling, but now they took the cars off and put fucking like hairs on it now? It
no,
does
the
the same
Catwoman
thing.
used to be the Superman. I know what you're talking about though.
Yeah,
I don't know what that's called.
the Wonder Woman. I don't know. That was named after one of the fucking women.
But the Catwoman is where the Superman used to be.
Yeah. Okay. Mr. Freeze was running. I think no.
Did you ride that? You can squeeze on that one.
No. You know what I
Did you
did?
get turned away from anything?
No.
Damn it.
I mean, I didn't go like I didn't ride. I wasn't there to ride rides. I was there to do like the haunted house and just kind of like walk through and just check it out, like just see what kind of bring back fucking nostalgia, just memories. What I did do that was fucking kind of cool, and I wish it was a little longer, was the fucking little DC fucking little shooting fucking ride.
Oh yeah, the Justice League.
Yeah, where you go into the fucking building like that.
The old Castaway Kids.
Well, that used to be back in the day. That building was for the characters. They would go there, they'd get dressed, and like that was just all workers that used to be able to go in there. It was for all the workers, and that's where Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck. That's where they would go and swap out and then come back out. You used to not be able to go in there, and then I guess they did the Castaway Kids there at one point. I don't remember that.
Yeah, that's the boat ride. This is what I'm all right. We got a boat.
No, you're actually in the fucking. You're like, I mean, it probably was at one point. It looked like you could probably put water in there. But you're on the Justice League. Is you're in this like this. They got a bottom deck, top deck cart, and you fit 3 across on each.
Yeah, it's in that big
and you go
big
shoot
building.
at a big
Right?
building.
Yeah, it used to be what? It used to be a boat.
Okay.
When we were little kids, it was dinosaurs. The only reason I know is because there's pictures of me in it. But then when we were like high school kids, it was Castaway Kids, and everybody going that ride to make out. Because you'd ride the boat in that track, the same track, it just was water.
Yeah.
And it would be dark in there.
Yeah, I don't remember that.
And then it turned into, I don't remember what it was after Scooby Doo after that. And then it was Justice League. Now it's Justice League.
Wow.
I've never actually been on Justice League. I just assumed water was still in there.
I'm thinking of the other building where the stage is. They got a stage now. And then there's a building behind that. That's where all the characters would go and change and swap out.
Yeah, that makes more sense because that thing's been a ride since we were kids.
Yeah, the building that actually has the Fright Fest logo on it. Really that's the building that they would go in.
That's cool though. I'm glad you had fun.
Oh yeah, dude. I had a fucking blast. I mean, I'm ready to go back, but I mean, they were telling me about like something like $6 a month. I mean, they're like
for the whole year. Well, I went through the whole process because I was supposed to go with it.
But it's limited.
When I was
right?
stepdad for a while, I bought a season pass, and there's so many options. And that one was actually that one's more expensive than the one I bought, and you don't get as
on
much
the long
shit.
run, right?
Yeah, and then one I bought was $15 a month, only for 6 months. Because I was like, why would I pay for a thing for a whole year if they're not even open?
Right.
But you're still paying for it, $6 a month. So and you have to pay for the whole
Through
year.
November and December.
Yeah. Or I could pay $15 for 6 months, and then I got the other one didn't come with parking, and it didn't come with access to the water park. So it's like, the one I bought was actually cheaper and got more shit.
Water park and all that. I mean, it's not a bad gig. I mean, if you're just gonna go out there and hang out, like one of the neighbors, they said that they.
But if you don't have parking, oh, dude,
$30.
I mean, you probably won't go to the water park. I mean, I don't know. just don't feel like you don't seem like a water park guy.
Oh, dude, I like water park. I like slides.
But yeah, I mean that was a big thing to me.
like
And
the
then the
lazy
parking
river.
was like, yeah, you're paying $25, $30
I
a
like,
park,
I like the
or
lazy
it's
river with
included.
some beers, bro. Can
What
I bring
else?
beer in there?
I think you can buy their drinks.
See,
You can't bring it in, but yeah, they
yeah,
sell.
but they ain't gonna let you float on the lazy river with a fucking beer in your hand,
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
I wish they would. That'd
right?
be cool.
would make sense. Yeah, I don't know.
Have an adult lazy river and like have it separate.
I mean, they have a kid area. Why not have a fucking adult area?
I mean, that's why I go to all inclusive, so I can go hang out at the fucking pool and fucking Punta Cana and fucking drink. But yeah, dude, it was cool. And like the neighbor, like, oh, dude, like I just went there because I was on lunch break or whatever. He went there and grabbed a fucking turkey leg, turned around, walked the fuck out. I'm like, get the fuck out of here, man. He's like, I was right there with a turkey leg.
Well, a lot of people used to do that. They'd buy like the dining pass or whatever.
Yeah.
It's not bad if you live out there. It's not a bad. It's not a bad gig.
No,
If
not
you
at all
live out
man.
there.
Oh, it was fun, man. It was a good time. I mean, there was a lot of kids running around, but they were well behaved. Like they weren't being like minus the group that got into the fight, obviously, but like all the parents, like there's a couple of people like the haunted houses that we went into and like the groups because they don't like just like okay, well you guys go and then we're gonna wait. You went in with groups of like 10 people at a time, you know.
Yeah.
And all the groups that we went in with, the haunted houses, were fucking great, dude. Like the parents and the kids, like everybody was having a good time. Everybody was like just like I'm gonna say talking shit. We were all like clowning in there and having fun.
When I'm clowning,
Like I walked up on this fucking one of the characters and had his back turned to me because we were kind of lagging behind a little bit.
Yeah.
And he had his back turned. And I walked up behind him. I was like, "Bah!" I scared the shit out of him, man. He jumped, turned around, like, "What
You
the
scared
fuck?"
me.
Dude, it was fucking hilarious. And I was like, "I got you, motherfucker."
That's funny.
better step your game up.
Oh, dude, it was funny though. We had a good time. Then this dude like scared me. I walked up on another one, and I didn't know if it was like a character or if it was like just like one of the like dolls or whatever, like the mannequin things. And I'm like kind of creeping behind it, and I guess I stepped on like it was outside, like in the mulch or whatever. And I guess I stepped on like a stick or something, and I heard it just cracked. And he turned around, and then it was one of the little monkey, like you know the monkeys that has the little fucking
Symbols
in his hand.
Yeah.
And this motherfucker, he got me good because I was like kind of like creeping, and he heard that twig break, and he turned around just ching 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 ching, and I'm like, holy fuck, dog! Like I didn't even know he had those in his hand. And that scared
That's
the
funny.
shit out of me. I was like, you motherfucker.
Yeah.
He's like, you thought you were gonna get me, but I got you. And I'm like, you sure did, bud. You sure did. You got me good. Now I'm about to piss myself, man.
That's hilarious. Man. I'm glad you had a good time. Shout out to Six Flags.
Yeah, and it really wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be. Like with park, I mean, it's $30 a fucking park, which I think is ridiculous. But
Yeah, you should have called. I would have gave you my season pass at least for that.
no, it don't have your picture on it, does it?
It does, but not that they don't look at it for parking. They just scan it. It wouldn't look like you when you try to log in, bro. I mean, you're a big guy. It probably work.
I mean, we already had passes, so it didn't matter.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, $30, but I parked up front, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
So I mean, it wasn't bad. Wasn't terrible. I mean, I literally front row spot. I literally walked from the car across the street, and boom, there we were.
Nice.
All right, I'm gonna get this drink after we
Cool.
get this going.
Hell yeah. Well, shout out to that. Again, if you guys are just tuning in, we do have special guests tonight. And they are
Deadly apples
in the place.
right now in the place to be. Replicon Radio, baby.
Again, like I said, I mentioned on Instagram, I know a couple of you guys reached out. You guys, weren't sure of the group or whatever. These guys are massive. I mean, they've toured the entire world in support with Marilyn Manson, Rob Zombie, Rammstein, Deftones,
Rammstein.
whatever. Playing some of the major festivals, all kinds of stuff. We're gonna learn about them tonight. Give it up for Alex from the Deadly Apples.
What up?
How you doing, man?
I'm good. How about you guys?
We're doing good,
Doing
man.
great.
Thank you so much for popping in and hanging out with us tonight. We greatly appreciate it. We're excited to learn more about the band and all the stuff going on.
Yeah. Well, thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
So for everybody tuning in, so there's two of you guys. You're Alex. You do the vocals and the you know the lyricist and the vocalist, and then Antoine is the other member of the band. Correct.
Yeah. Yeah. Shout out to Antoine.
So he's not here. He may pop in, but he's these busy guys, man. They're busy. They're doing they're working hard out there. But either way, we appreciate it. But yeah, basically, man, we have people on for the first time. We like to get to know them. Obviously, I mentioned some of the accolades in your career thus far. Lots of stuff on the road and stuff. But I want to start out by like going back. Like, you guys are from Montreal, Quebec. How did you guys kind of get formed as a band? Was there like previous bands? Like, what kind of led up to the creation of Deadly Apples? How did this all kind of get started?
It's kind of an unusual history. Basically, the current version of the project was formed in 2017. But before that, when I was literally a teenager, oh, you got a dog there.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, no worries. I love dogs, so it's all good.
Scared the shit out
So
of me.
I didn't know.
So yeah, basically when I was a teenager, I started, I guess, a first early version of the project of Deadly Apples, and it was just me with local musicians, and we were like, a crappy amateur band starting out, and after a while I met with Antoine, who was older than I was, and he already had like his own project that was kind of similar in terms of music style, and I just really loved what he did. So we joined forces, and we released some music at that point, and then both of our careers outside of music just really took off. So we basically like just stopped music for a while, and several years later, that's when we formed the current version of Deadly Apples in 2017. So kind of an unusual history there.
Oh, that's what. So what you guys? How young were you the first iteration, the prior to 2017? When was that?
I was like 16 or 17 back then. I was pretty young. So yeah, that was a while ago. So
Were you guys doing the same? Was it similar to like what we heard off of Infected and the things that came out in 2017? Was this similar style of music, or did you guys change when you came back together?
same style of music, obviously it evolved from, as I was saying, when I was a teenager and it was just like really crappy band with, crappy musicians. I guess as, it is for everyone starting out. But yeah, I mean, some of the songs on the Infected EP are from like the early days. So yeah, basically when we launched or relaunched the project in 2017, we really wanted to put more time and energy, and I guess we both learned a lot in our respective careers outside of the band, so we're able to bring a lot more to the table, and it's just been full on since then. Aside from, I guess, during the pandemic that kind of fucked up every band, but
Looked everything up.
but yeah, that's pretty much the history. So kind of unusual. We're like it still feels like we're a new band in a sense.
No, for sure. Yeah, you're a new band, but with a lot of history, which is, it's a great thing for you. Now, when you guys weren't doing like in between the split before the 2017, were you guys working in the music industry, or were you guys just doing completely separate things unrelated to music at all?
I was working in the music industry, basically as a festival promoter. Um, I basically ran the largest rock festival in Canada for several years. Um, and my bandmate Antoine was more in the film industry, so he was basically directing and doing like the visuals for um, you know, huge artists like Celine Dion and Rush and a bunch of huge bands. Basically, like all the footage that you see like on screens behind the bands while they were playing. Basically, he directed a lot of footage for those artists. Um, so yeah, we were kind of, I guess, still in that world, even though we weren't active with the band.
Sure. No, that's it. I mean, that's incredible. Those are
That's
both
dope.
pretty incredible things to be a part of, regardless. So, what was it? Was there like a moment or a like what was it that brought you guys to come back? Like, obviously, you were pretty successful, both of you, in what you were doing. What was it that brought you guys back together to do Deadly Apples, or to not do some other sort of project? You know what I'm saying? Like, what was it that brought you guys back together? Was there like just conversations over the years, or was there like a moment and you're like, we got to fucking do this, or what was it?
Well, we stayed in touch during those years, and as I said, we both learned a lot, in different ways from you know those other things we were doing. So it kind of felt like we were able to come back to it with, um, I guess, better. In a sense, we were better equipped to, you know, launch something like this, and yeah, it just felt like the right timing. Like I felt like I had more time at that point with the festival, because I had become a minority partner in that by that point, so I had a bit more time. And for me, it was like right after a breakup, so kind of felt like the right timing to write some really angry and sad and dark music. So
Some shit to get
things
out.
just things just kind of aligned at that point, and Rammstein was coming to Canada, so it just felt like a good timing to basically play the same show. So that was our first comeback show, basically. Like, might not be the good word, because I really feel like it's like not the same project or band as like when I was a teenager. Um, so I guess we could say it was like our first show of the current version of the band, which was amazing, and just you know, I guess brought back the passion for performing live.
I could only imagine just deciding that, like you said, going out through a breakup and doing all these other things, and then coming back, and then your first show of your reemergence, or what, whatever you want to call it, the Phoenix Reborn, if you will, is playing with Rammstein, because that's a hell of a show and a hell of a crowd to be in front of. That's for sure. Like, what a good introduction for people to learn about the Deadly Apples.
Yeah, for sure. And it also felt weird for me, because by that point I had been a promoter for so many years, and you know I guess I had forgotten how vulnerable you are when you're basically an artist and you're performing on stage. And um it's like it's so much more difficult in a sense than being a promoter, where you're basically the king of the castle and you just run shit. And um basically, being in a band, especially these days, with e- people having like such short attention spans, and there's so much noise, and it's hard to stand out, with like million songs or whatever the amount is that come out every single day on Spotify and that sort of thing. So it definitely it felt more vulnerable. So in a sense, it felt more like a challenge, and I guess I kind of found the fire that I had when I was a teenager and I had all these dreams. So yeah, I just kind of wanted to chase that again.
No, that's incredible. Yeah, it's definitely a lot more personal, especially when you're like you're singing these or singing and screaming these personal moments and dark moments, and people are just there to judge you and not, what I mean. It's not about, to you, it's it's not about the I hope they're having a good time. It's more personal. So yeah, it definitely changes the dynamic of the audience for sure, but more so than promotion. So when this whole thing, when you guys you started working on this new project, like technically you weren't a new band, but I guess you were. How did you guys come across like so many, like you worked with some talented people just straight out the gate, with like Monkey from Korn and Paul Barker from Ministry. Like how did these connections come from, like with the festival bookings, or like how did some of these relationships come about as such a an early band? Like how did you link up with such large names?
If I go back even further, when I was a kid, I was just like a huge fan of music, and I would just bug my parents to get me to shows all the time. And I was lucky that they were cool enough to bring me to concerts and festivals all over the place. Even like I remember going to Ozfest in Scranton, Pennsylvania when I was, I don't know, like 15 years old or something. So they would bring me to concerts all the time, and I would somehow always find ways to sneak backstage and meet the bands, which is kind of crazy when you think about it. I was just like this random teenage kid, but somehow I was able to do it. So I met a lot of bands doing that, and one of the bands that I uh, went to see a lot was Korn. They were like one of my favorite bands when I was a kid growing up, and I would the one member that I would always end up meeting was Monkey, and after a while he was like, "So who are you, and like where are you from? Like I keep seeing you popping up in all these different cities, and you're like a little kid, and you don't even have a backstage pass, and somehow you're always backstage." So after a while we kind of became friends, and he gave me his contact info, and eventually when we had the first version of the band, he agreed to play on 2 songs, which ended up eventually becoming Further and another song called Help. And so that's basically how it had initially started, just me meeting him when I was a kid. And I eventually booked Korn at my festival, and it was pretty amazing to, you know, stand there with him watching at like massive crowd. And I remember he told me something like, I can't believe that the kid who would sneak backstage at our shows is now booking us at his own festival. Like that was just kind of
Such a full circle.
crazy.
That's awesome.
Yeah, exactly. So that's kind of how that collaboration happened, and that's why they ended up bringing us on some tours. We went with them on tour in Japan, which was absolutely amazing. And more recently in Europe, and we did a bunch of festivals with them as well. So yeah, I was actually with them like week and a half, 2 weeks ago. I went to see 2 dates on the latest tour. So yeah. I love those guys, and they're all super nice. Monkey has been helping us in many different ways, so we're really grateful for sure.
That's incredible, man. That's so huge, and obviously you guys done tons of huge things. Like it's so impressive for anyone to obviously you've been around for a while, but like to most people's eyes, you were a new band in 2017. To see somebody come out the gate like that and do half the stuff that you guys have done and acts like that alone is impressive, let alone the music. So congratulations on that regardless.
Yeah, well, thanks. It's been quite a journey.
No, it's insanely impressive. Like bands that there's so many bands that like long term, I don't quote unquote larger acts that aren't doing some of the tours and things that you guys have done already. So it's pretty impressive. Now, do you think that relationship is that how kind of a lot of the things happen? It was like early relationships and just you being a fan of music kind of opened up doors for some of these people later on down the road when you were a professional musician.
Yeah, for the most part, like obviously the work I did with the festival helped, but many of those relationships were, you know, before I even started the festival when I was just a little kid, and I remember running into Deftones when I was a kid, and um, it's the first time I met Rob Zombie was when I was 14 years old, and he was playing a show in Montreal and doing an interview at a TV station during the day, and I just showed up super early with a sign because it was just all like open windows. So I found like the host of the show or the person that was going to interview him and just wrote a sign like, "Hey, I want to meet Rob Zombie. Please let me in." And she was just like, "Oh, come on." So I went to the front door, and it
Wow.
was literally just me sitting with the host. And then Rob arrived, and while I guess the host was getting ready, it was just like 14-year-old me sitting there alone with Rob and like talking about music. And I actually still have the picture that I took with him that time. And when when he took us out on tour a few years ago on the Twins of Evil tour, which was Deadly Apples, Manson, and Rob Zombie. I actually gave him a copy of that picture from when I had first met him when I was 14. So he thought that was awesome, and I guess that was another full circle moment. Um, but yeah, that was actually an amazing tour. It was like 2 months all over the U.S., all arenas and amphitheaters, which was just really awesome. And I assume most people in the US who know of Deadly Apples probably saw us on that tour because that was really, really massive. Um, yeah.
It's incredibly massive, and I love that. You're such an ambitious child. That's so incredible. Like, just even the idea of going, like, it's almost like you showed up to Rob Zombie's TRL or something. Like, that's what it reminded, like, with the signs or whatever. But yeah, that's
Yeah, and
absolutely.
it's funny because you know I'm I'm a pretty shy and reserved person. I'm not like super outgoing, and I'm pretty calm and quiet. It's a different story when I'm on stage. It's like I just like this other side of me that takes over. But despite that, I always had this drive to just chase my dreams and just uh, you know try to accomplish big things, in different aspects of life, and I guess that's what I'm still doing to this day.
I love that so much. And I was, as oddly enough, I was introduced to you guys from a friend of mine who literally described you. It almost sounds offensive, but like they're like, you liked Manson back in the day, right? I'm like, yeah, I love Manson. They're like, yeah, it's like, imagine if like Portrait and Antichrist Manson still made music today, but it was a little more aggressive. And I was like, okay. And then I learned about you guys, which was kind of fitting. I was like, that's fucking dope. And I was like, oh, then they toured with Manson. I was like, that's even better. So like the first thing I thought of was like, like I'm assuming you were, you know, inspired by Manson, like he was an influence just based on the sound. Maybe I'm wrong, but if so, how incredible was that to be like one of your major tours was with, you know, Manson and obviously Rob, who, you know, we now know you'd met as a child. Like, how incredible of a moment was that for you?
Yeah, for sure. You know, like I grew up with Manson as well, and I remember reading his book when I was like 17 years old or something. And funny thing is, the first time that I met him was when I booked him at my festival, and I had already met his manager, and so basically his manager introduced us, and I had told a story to his manager, basically saying that when I had read Manson's book, it really inspired me because one of the messages I got from it was basically like, you know, just chase your dreams and don't let anyone stop you, and just fucking destroy anyone that gets in the way. You know, that was kind of like, you know, more, you know, it gave me motivation basically when I was younger to just chase my dreams. And you know, that's what I did for the festival. So anyways, I had told that story to his manager, and when he introduced me to Manson, uh, he was like, "Oh, tell him, you know, what inspired you to do this festival or to start this festival." And Manson was like, "What?" And I said, "Your book." And I saw like his face changed, and he was really touched by it and gave me a huge hug. And that was the first time I met him, which was really awesome. And he also met my mom that same day, which is kind of funny.
Wow. That's so awesome, man. I love everything about every story you tell is incredible. It's like, it's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, it's awesome. Like, I love that. That was actually, I think that was the first book I read that I wasn't forced to read in school. Was Road Out of Hell.
Yeah, it's a great book. You know, I haven't read it in a long time, but yeah, you know, touring with him has always been great. You know, like we essentially did 3 tours with him. There was the Twins of Evil tour. Then in the middle of that tour, there was like a break. So there was like a mini tour with just us and Manson. And then in late 2019, basically before the pandemic, the last tour he had done before the pandemic, we were the opening act. Yeah, in the fall of 2019. So yeah, those were great shows for sure.
I can imagine. Absolutely incredible. So you guys are doing all these massive tours, and then I know you did like some pretty big festivals, like right before, I guess right before the pandemic, or like Hellfest and stuff like that, right?
Well, we did a bunch of festivals before and after the pandemic. The European festivals, well, that was our first European tour, and it was supposed to be in 2020. Then it got pushed back to 2021, and then in 2022 it finally happened. And yeah, that was amazing. You know, all these huge festivals like Hellfest, um, and we were actually the on the entire Hellfest lineup, which was like about 350 bands or something. We were the only band from Quebec, and obviously we speak French in Quebec. So just being able to speak French to the audience there, they just freaked out because we were basically the only band from Canada, the only band that wasn't from France that could actually, uh, you know, speak French to them, uh, which was pretty amazing. The reaction we got there. But yeah, all these festivals, you know, I think every one of them except for one, we were opening the main stage, which is pretty awesome. You know, I feel like that's where Deadly Apples shine the most. You know, on massive stages, and you know, anyone who's seen us, you know that live or live show, you know, it's really intense. It's really um, uh, unpredictable, and we kind of feel like, or I'll speak for myself. Like I feel like rock music and metal, like in general, it just feels like so. Um, how can I say it? Like it's so toned down. You know, it's so safe,
Sure.
and I don't know. I just feel like it's bland, and I miss when it was dangerous back in the day, you know, and you didn't know what was going to happen. And, you know, to me, that was fucking rock and roll. And
Hell yeah.
we're trying to bring, I know, I guess, you know, bands are, you know, scared these days, or, you know, whatever it is, but our live performances basically, there's a disclaimer that plays before we go on stage, basically saying that if you stay in the audience, you can't sue the band or the promoters, and you know, objects will be thrown. You know, we might grab your phone and destroy it.
Fuck yeah.
So yeah, you know, as I said, as much as I'm uh, reserved in everyday life, when I get on stage, it's different, you know, and the whole, not just me, like the whole band is just full on energy. You know, the band is myself and One, but we have two live members on stage with us as well, um, including this keyboard sampler guy who's just like badass, and he's kind of a dancer as well, and just gives like a really intense performance. Um, so yeah, you know, as much as I think the music or the recordings, especially on the new album, you know, is really good. Like the Deadly Apple experience is really live, and you know, you never know what's gonna happen.
Hell yeah. I love that, man.
I mean, I do got to ask, how many phones have you guys destroyed over the last few years?
I lost count, but you know,
already.
yeah. I mean, I've got so many crazy stories of shit that happened like during shows, and you know, people have gotten hurt many times. But it's not like we're purposely, you know,
Right.
trying to hurt people or anything like that. But
Right.
you know, sometimes shit
It
gets out of hand, you know, in the moment, and you know, there's been a few security guards leaving in an ambulance, but everyone survived, thankfully.
Well, that's good.
I mean, that's what rock and roll's all about, baby.
Used
right
to be.
there.
Fuck yeah,
I mean,
man.
fuck.
Pure pandemonium.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. I
Yeah.
love that.
We need more of that back.
It's oddly enough, like we do a lot of like underground hip hop music and stuff on here, like Insane Clown Posse and stuff. And it's very reminiscent to that, to their, you know, not musically, but like
Right.
live wise, like, you know, it's people, everybody talks about how chaotic and things like an Insane Clown Posse show can be and stuff. And I love that. Like, it's almost like counterculture within the culture. Like,
Yeah, for sure.
I actually booked them on my festival.
Did you?
When I still used to do the festival, and I think it was like their first show in Quebec in like over 20 years, if not more. So that
yeah,
was
there was a
pretty
long
cool.
time one of them wasn't allowed to go, to leave the United States. So yeah, that must have been, that was probably about 5-6 years ago. Probably.
Did they show up?
Yeah, they showed up, and
Good,
you know, I remember I got a picture with them like in full face makeup and stuff, which was pretty cool. Yeah. Have you guys been to the gathering?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Into all of them. I'm
Yeah,
also
we'd love to play that. I actually hit up their manager about it, but it hasn't worked out yet. But we'd love to do it eventually. I
yeah.
kind
I
of
think
feel like that. I kind of feel like that audience, and well, you guys are fans of ICP from what I can tell. So
yeah,
I'm sure that community would enjoy what we do.
they will. I agree. I think they
I
would
I
absolutely.
think you guys would be a good fit for sure.
And that, I mean, to be honest, that's one of the reasons. Like when I was introduced to you, I was like, well, we have a different audience that would love this band, and nobody knows it. Like not nobody, but this group doesn't know a lot about it. So I'm like, that's fucking. We can get to know them, and also hopefully introduce you to new people, which is the idea.
That's the goal.
So I love that.
Yeah.
And that's something I want to talk about the new record, but I kind of want to back up a little bit, like based on what I just said, and so you've done these, I mean, insanely huge tours, world tours, these massive festivals, all this epic stuff that we were talking about. What do you think do you think there's a why aren't you guys larger? Do you think why is there a disconnect when you're not? You know what I mean? Like obviously you're working hard and you're doing big things. Why is it that there's still a large group of people that doesn't know the band? Is it? You think it's because the record? Because you haven't put out a record in so long, or what do you think it is?
Yeah, well, basically when we launched the current version of the project, we put out a bunch of songs that we had already done, and initially we just wanted to play shows. We weren't even necessarily talking about doing new music or anything. Like there wasn't a plan, which is probably not a good idea. But we just enjoyed doing these shows, and then more offers came in and more opportunities came in. Um, and eventually we're like, let's do some new music, and instead of doing like most bands do these days and just release a few singles or an EP or whatever, we're like, let's do a full album, and let's um let's take the time to do something that's very solid, and once that's ready, then we're going to push it really hard. So I'm not sure if that's the best strategy. It's probably not the right strategy to become viral on Spotify or something like that. But in terms of quality and what people are going to get, like, at least in my view, it's going to be far superior to most of the stuff that's being released these days, because it feels like, people just, you know, do quick songs on their laptops
Yeah.
and put it out. And,
Yeah, I
we,
definitely
yeah,
agree with the way you guys are doing it for sure. Because people throw out singles every day, and sometimes they're sloppy, and sometimes sometimes you might have a decent one out there. But when you're throwing them out every day, you're not having the quality of work put into it.
yeah, for sure. And uh,
You
it's
could always.
also,
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
no, go ahead.
I was going to say you could always try, and you said go viral on Spotify, but you could try and videotape some of your crazy shows that you do and some of these crazy moments and put them up on TikTok, or while it's still available in the United States because it's going to be banned or whatever. But like you could try and go viral with like reels of just some of your crazy shows, and like on YouTube Reels, Instagram Shorts, or whatever the terminology is. I mean, that could be a thing to do, and you wouldn't have to be releasing music like, how everybody does now, releasing singles all the time. And that could be another thing to give you guys more traction.
Yeah, for sure. And all of that is going to be part of when we release the new album. And we're definitely going to release a bunch of singles before the album comes out. But yeah, I think that's the main reason, just that we haven't released anything in forever. But I'm I'm pretty confident that once we do release the new music, things are going to change. Like the few people that heard the new music, just some fans that we sent some stuff to, and people in the industry, everyone's kind of freaking out about it. So because basically we took a lot of time, and I feel like my bandmate Antoine, like, he writes the music, and I feel like he's done the best work he's ever done. And on my end, I feel like these are the best lyrics I've ever written. And we actually went to a real studio. And I say that because it seems like a lot of people are just doing everything on their laptops now, as we were saying. So we actually went to LA and spent like almost a year there recording this new album. And basically, we got Danny Lohner, who used to be in Nine Inch Nails, and he's currently playing with Till Lindemann of Rammstein. We got him to do all the guitars and bass on the new album, so he really brings that energy. And the he's he's a legend, and he's such a cool and funny guy, and he's collaborated with like everyone, from Rob Zombie to
Perfect Circle.
Perfect Circle, Tommy Lee, and like, so many people. And we also had Richard Patrick from Filter and previously Nine Inch Nails, who actually did some guest vocals on the album as well. The album, it was produced by Antoine, and it was mixed by Ben Gross, who worked with so many bands. He mixed stuff from Depeche Mode, from Manson. He actually did the Golden Age of Grotesque album with Manson. And during the pandemic, actually, before going in the studio, we did some remote pre-production work with Michael Beinhorn, who produced tons of legendary albums like Mechanical Animals by Manson, Untouchables by Korn. He worked with Ozzy, with Soundgarden, and so many great bands. So yeah, we worked with amazing people on this album, and we got it mastered by Tom Baker, who basically mastered every single album by Nine Inch Nails and Marilyn Manson. So yeah, we when I was saying that, we really wanted to do something very, very solid. We how can I say it, we tried to work with some of the best people, to combine that with our own best work.
No, absolutely. I mean, it's I mean, just the people you worked with alone is incredible. Not, and plus your guys' talent. Obviously, I mean, the things you guys put out 7 years ago is still, holding you down and putting you in all these positions that you've already been in. So I can only imagine, what this record's going to bring, and the recognition. And I'm excited for it. It's called Distress, right?
Yeah, the album is called Distress, and we're currently figuring out the timing to release everything, but the album, is 100% done. We actually have 2 music videos that are already done, filmed, edited, everything, and they were actually directed by Antoine, since that's what he was doing essentially before we formed the current version of that project. So and we worked with an amazing team like a DOP that's done like many great movies here in Quebec. And yeah, those two videos are pretty awesome too. And we're like itching to release everything, but at the same time, we have to figure out the best way to do it so that it has as much impact as possible. And we actually got a manager now, who's actually the same manager for Filter, Eagles of Death Metal, and other bands. And we got an agent as well. So we're trying to surround ourselves with a team to just have the best plan possible to release this album and have a big impact and kick everyone in the face and see if people are how they're going to react to it. I assume they're going to be like, who the fuck are these guys, like, because I don't think there's a lot of that kind of music that's being released these days, and especially not with this level of quality and thought that was put into it and time.
No, absolutely. I mean, it sounds like you guys are positioned for like incredible success. I mean, just
Sure.
it's like the fucking, it's like it's like building up, and it's gonna bust, and it's gonna be insane. But yeah, to your point, like a lot of people are doing this, almost not to take away from any band and music that's out there, but like almost a lot of the groups that are this style of music, or like like industrial type metal, are almost just living off of the nostalgia of the things they did in the past. You know what I mean? Like people are still successful off records from 10, 15 years ago. So when something new emerges and it's, as incredible as I can only assume this record's going to be, like, I think it's going to take everybody by shock. And that's why we had to get you on now before the fucking bubble burst, so we can be like, yeah.
Well, even
These guys, who are they?
even if it does blow up, I'll still come back, and then we can say that you guys knew it before everyone else.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, we do. We know it. So I know you said you're obviously you guys originally planned on releasing that this year, but I'm assuming we're looking at hopefully maybe like first quarter 25 or something like that.
Yeah, that's pretty much the plan. We're looking to possibly release a teaser before the end of the year. But yeah, it took a bit longer than we were hoping. Basically, we were looking at some options, and we had some label interest, and that sort of thing just seems to take forever with all the back and forth. So, but it's all good, we're confident in what we have. And one fun little story that I didn't mention about the album is when Antoine recorded the drums at the studio in LA, we actually rented a drum kit from a company over there, and it's actually the exact same drum kit that was used on Metallica's Black album.
Damn.
Like the actual drum kit that Lars played on, which was pretty cool, even though we sound nothing like Metallica. Like Antoine grew up with Metallica, and like basically his favorite band. So him as a drummer being able to play on the same kit as Lars did on that amazing album, that was pretty cool.
Sure. Yeah, anybody listening to rock music as a kid didn't love fucking the Black album. I mean, that's a fucking regardless of what Lars became in the future or whatever people think of him. That's fucking that's huge. That's history right there. I love that.
Yeah.
Everything seems to like line up for you, oddly enough. Like the world wants you to be a fucking rock star, bro. It's like you're supposed to be here.
Right?
Well, it's funny because we did a small tour last year, and so a few people on that tour were basically telling us, and these were fairly decent venues, but obviously smaller than like arenas or whatever. But a lot of people were like, "Fuck, the show that you guys are doing, even if this is like a 500-person club or whatever it was, like." It felt like you guys were headlining an arena, like that. That's what people were telling us, and I guess it's because we were fortunate enough to play so many massive stages, all over the world, that I guess you can tell, even if we're playing a smaller venue, like that level of energy and intensity. So that definitely means a lot. And
That's huge. You got
yeah,
you literally got to cut your teeth on some of the biggest stages in the world. Like that's insane. Like,
yeah, and back when I was a kid, I played all the crappy shows and like empty venues, and that what most bands have to go through at first. So it's not like we skipped that by any means, but yeah, we're definitely fortunate. And and just like playing all over the world for so many different types of crowds, like I remember like when we were playing in Japan, and you're just standing there and it's just a sea of it's all Japanese people, like that was just special experience. And they're so different there, like they're super polite, so they'll clap and scream, and there's no mosh pits. They just like jump up and down, and that's it. And after they clap, it's like absolute silence, which was really weird at first. But then we've played like in a lot in Mexico and South America, and people there are the opposite. They're like fucking crazy, like insane. They're so into it, like the rock and metal fans there. I remember like I often jump into the crowd during the shows, and the only time I was ever scared was in Peru, and they were grabbing at like my clothes so hard and like pulling so hard that I was convinced I was gonna end up like just naked in the middle of this massive crowd. Like they were like so crazy. And that was actually crazy, because we played the first time we played Peru was with Deftones, and then we went back the following year, and it was with Slipknot. It was at a festival called Vivo Excel Rock, and it was actually like in a huge stadium in Lima. And we arrived like I think 2 days early, and our flight landed at like 3 a.m. Local time there, and we got into the airport, and there were like maybe 30 people waiting for us at the airport with like printed photos and stuff, and they were like freaking out and asking for pictures, and we're like, we're not that big of a band, like that's insane that people would wait until 3 a.m. to meet us there. So that was pretty insane. And the next day we had a day off, so we're just like walking around the downtown area there, and people were like stopping us on the street. And at first I was like, oh, maybe it's just because we're white, so they think we're popular or something. But they actually knew our names and they knew the band. And we're like, if we walk in downtown Montreal, no one's going to stop us. But for some reason in Peru, they treat us like we're the Beatles or something.
That's incredible.
Yeah, that was like after just playing one time, that was like our second time there, and we're actually going back next March, playing that same festival again, which is headlined by Avenged Sevenfold and Manson. So that's gonna be pretty cool going back there.
That's awesome. I mean, it sounds like you're definitely making an impression on these people out there. So it's got to be super exciting to be able to, now you get to go back there with a brand new record and hopefully like a big merch drop or something. And then you can see all the, you see how much they love you in numbers and record sales. And I don't even know if you care about things like that, but it's still fucking, epic regardless.
Yeah, for sure. And we're obviously looking forward to coming back to the US as well. We're probably going to announce a couple festivals for 2025. So we're looking forward to that as well. Which part of the US are you guys at?
We're right in the center, man. Missouri, St. Louis, Missouri.
Oh yeah, we played there on the
Right.
Twins of Evil tour.
Yeah. At the I don't know, what was it called then? Riverport Amphitheater, Hollywood Casino Amphitheater.
Yeah, exactly. Were you at that show?
I was. I
Oh,
was.
yeah,
I was at that show, but I think I showed up very late and did not see you guys, unfortunately, because I'm an asshole. I wish I would have though. I think I showed. I was thinking. I literally was work. I worked out in that area at the time, and I literally got off work like 20 minutes before Manton went on stage and like rushed there and lied to the people. Similar to you back in the day, but I lied to the people and told them I worked for the stage company because I knew the name of the stage company, and walked in the side door just to go watch the show.
See, that's probably the type of thing that I used to do when I was a teenager, sneaking into shows and stuff. But yeah, it's funny because I guess for a lot of these big shows, most people don't really care about the opening acts, or they get there and they're mostly just hanging out with their friends and getting some beers before the main acts go on.
Yeah.
But I remember that was one comment that we kept getting when we did that tour, was people were like, just holy shit, what the fuck is this? Like, they were kind of shocked, and we kept seeing comments online of like, this is the best opening act I've ever seen, or I was not expecting this, like holy shit. And even Rob Zombie himself posted on his social media, like, you guys gotta show up early, like these guys are fucking killing it on this tour. So that's definitely a good compliment to get, because I'll be the first to admit that if I go to a show, I usually don't give a fuck about the opening act. Like, I probably should, but
Yeah.
it's rare that I guess you see a band that really grabs your attention.
Absolutely.
But when it happens, it's very memorable. So kudos to you for being the band that does that. You know what I mean? Like,
right?
because those are moments. Like if we're out, especially like an amphitheater or something, you're out drinking, hanging out.
And we hear something like, "Oh shit!"
You're like, "Wait,
these guys?
Yeah, like that's a moment for you as a fan too." You're like,
Yeah.
Because most of the time you're not impressed by the opener, which is why people don't like the openers. You know what I mean? So all of a sudden it catches you. That's a fucking. I mean, you're inserting yourself into their brain, because that's a fucking moment they're gonna remember. They might not even remember the headliners because they've seen them 12 times, but they'll remember that band that caught their attention.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So so that's fucking, that's awesome.
Yeah, I remember on that tour when we played the New York City date, which was like at Jones Beach Amphitheater. We played our set, and then right after our set, they had to pause the show because of a thunderstorm, and I think they had people waiting and pouring rain for over 2 hours, and then they just canceled the show. And then Manson was telling us well, looks like you guys headlined the New York City date because we ended up being the only band that played, which was kind of funny.
Hell yeah, that's fucking great. I love that so much. If anybody tuned in live, we are live right now. If you guys have any questions, let us know. I did want to ask you about the name. Like, where does the name come from? Obviously, you've been using it for a very long time.
I love the name Bad Apple. I love it.
Deadly Apple
or Deadly Apples. I love it.
Yeah, well, I just thought it was a cool sounding name. Basically, initially, like the first show I ever did when I was a kid, it was like a school talent show, and we didn't have a name, and the guitar player had like a green guitar, and the bass player had a red bass. And they were just like, oh, let's call ourselves the Apples, which was just kind of silly because we had like to give a name for that talent show. And afterwards, when I formed, I guess, the first version of Deadly Apples, I kind of liked the word apples. And when I was trying to think of something cool to put with it, Deadly just came to mind and kind of felt like it was a cool sounding name, kind of in the same vein, at least in my view, as something like Smashing Pumpkins, which I always thought it was a cool name, or 9 Inch Nails. So I just went with it, and I like the fact that it can have so many meanings. Like, people see it as a religious reference, the deadly apples, like the forbidden fruit, and other people think it has to do with like Snow White. So it's kind of cool that different people have their own, they have their own meaning with the name. So that's pretty much how it came about.
Just a cool name, man.
It is pretty cool.
No, I love that too, because I thought it was going to be like either an Adam and Eve or a Snow White thing, like the
it's definitely catchy.
Witch. And so I guess one other thing I wanted to ask, like, did it, like, you brought up like 9 Inch Nails, and obviously you worked with some of the guys from 9 Inch Nails. Is that kind of how the band started? Were you kind of like your own Trent? Because I mean, for my, like, the original like 9 Inch Nails was just Trent, and then it became like, well, I need this guy and I need that guy. Was that kind of how it started? Was it you were making all the music before you met Antoine? Was it just like you and then like other people would just play your ideas? Is that kind of how the whole thing started?
Well, I'm not a musician, I was always like a singer, and I would have some ideas or do like cool sample stuff, but I was basically working with other musicians. But yeah, I mean, I was the only constant member, like, way back then. And when I joined forces with Antoine, we worked with different musicians, but it was always kind of the two of us, because he's very talented, in pretty much anything that's artistic, and on my end, I would hope that I'm decent at writing lyrics, and I think I'm a pretty solid frontman as well, or so I'm told. And I'm also really good with, as I was saying earlier, like, I really have this drive to just make things happen and just, get opportunities. And so we basically each have our own skills and talents. And yeah, I don't remember what was the initial question, but hopefully that answers it.
Yeah, no, it's perfect, man. No, I love it. And so are you still doing the I know you kind of mentioned earlier you're like a minor in it, but are you still doing the festival stuff? Are you all in on the band now? Is that like, are you guys like, this is what we're doing, we're gonna focus on Deadly Apples and the project, and then touring and etc.?
Yeah, that's definitely the main thing. I haven't done the festival in many years, and I was a minority partner for the last 3 years of that festival. But I definitely have other projects going on, and so does Antoine. Like he scores music for film now. But yeah, Deadly Apples is definitely the project that I'm most passionate about, and um, I feel like 2025 is definitely going to be a big year for us for sure.
I think so too, man. I'm excited. I'm excited for the record. I'm excited to hopefully see you guys out on the road because I definitely want to come catch it. And I'm really excited to hear Distress. It's one to see how much you guys have grown in 7 years, plus obviously all the insane talent you guys are working with on this project.
Yeah, well, I'll send you a private link so you can get a little glimpse, a little preview.
I will listen to it and enjoy the hell out of it. Again, if anybody has any questions, or we don't want to keep you much longer, we do ask all of our, anytime we have somebody new on the show, we ask them the same damn question because that's just what we do. Essentially, man, you got 3 albums that
The hardest question
you couldn't live without. Either maybe they inspire you as a writer, or maybe it's your guilty pleasure that you listen to that you don't want people to know about. The what you listen to in the car when you cry, whatever it might be. Just 3 albums that you just could not live without. What would they be?
There's probably more than 3, but I guess I'll say the 3 that come to mind. Fuck, I'm trying to pick which ones.
Yeah, it's hard, man. I feel you.
Definitely a Ministry album. I would say probably Twitch, or The Mind is a Terrible Thing to Taste. One of those 2 for sure. And Deftones Around the Fur is like an album that I was really into when I was a kid, and I still love that album. And I actually got the band to perform that album in full at my festival, which was pretty awesome. What else? We were talking about 9 Inch Nails earlier, like Downward Spiral, probably my favorite album of all time. And the first time I met Trent, I got him to sign it, and I told him that was my favorite album of all time, and he was super nice. So that was I don't often get nervous when I meet rock stars or whatever, but I remember I was nervous when I met him a while back. But yeah, I'd say those 3 albums.
Hell yeah, that's awesome. I love that. And see, if you mix all that shit up in a blender, you get a little bit of Deadly Apple. Might be poisonous.
Yeah, I guess we're influenced by, everyone's influenced by what we listen to, growing up, basically.
Sure. So I kind of touched on it earlier, like industrial metal. Like, what would you, for someone that hasn't heard the band, how would you describe your sound?
Well, it's always hard, I guess, for a band to describe your sound because you're so much your face into it. But from what everyone's been telling us, I would say that it's kind of like early 9 Inch Nails and Marilyn Manson, but a modern version with our own touch, with our own personality. So that would be the description that I would give.
I agree with that. I love that. Yeah, I'm excited, man. I'm excited to hear the new stuff. I love it so much. I got excited when I was introduced to you guys, so I'm excited that I got to hop on right before the new stuff emerges. Distress coming soon. Where can everybody follow, keep in touch, and find out when the news drops about Distress and when the shows are coming? Where's the best way to keep in touch with Deadly Apples?
Basically, you can follow us on social media. It's Deadly Apples on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and follow us on Spotify, Streamer Music. You know, always helps with the algorithm, and the more streams we get of the older stuff, the better the algorithm is gonna help us out once we release the new music. Um, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
Hell yeah. Yeah, definitely go stream it. Check it out. Petty and Infected are both streaming. You can check it out on Spotify, Apple, iTunes, all wherever you stream music. It's dope. Enjoy it. I wish I remembered the name of the song. Fuck. My favorite song I heard is the one where you say, "I am what you made me." Lies.
Oh yeah.
You said you were going through a breakup, and that I was like, "Oh yeah, fuck that person." It made me think of that. I was like, "Yes."
Yeah. Well, see that song wasn't about a breakup or anything like that, but it's cool
To
that
me,
you know.
to me it was. Yeah.
Yeah. That song is called "Self-Inflicted Depression,"
Awesome. Yeah, go.
and we usually end the shows with that song. So usually ends with a bang.
Fuck yeah, I love that. I love that even more now because yeah, it's like you just hear that. It's like you know what I mean. Whatever it is you might be going through, you feel that fucking pain. It's like God, like you know, it made me feel some other shit. I'm like, oh yeah, you are. I love that so much, man. That's one of the things that's missing. And like you said earlier, rock music's become kind of stale. Like it's that emotion, that passion. It's like we need more of that fucking gritty.
Yeah, I appreciate, and I still feel like that song is relevant today. And we were just talking about Ministry. Paul Barker of Ministry actually remixed that song for the Ministry documentary film that was released a while back. So that was pretty cool as well.
Perfect. I love that's crazy. It's funny how I'm gonna try to put in a good word for you at the for the Juggalo gathering. Not that my word means anything, but because it's so oddly connected. Like a lot of the things people are into, including like Ministry. Bobby used to be in Ministry, who became a rapper called Mars, who was in Dark Lotus with Insane Clown Posse. Like there's so much connection. Like,
Oh yeah, I
so
remember
close.
him. He was like back in the Felt Big days, I think,
Yeah,
in the live band. Yeah.
yeah. He ended up becoming a rapper called Mars, and then they don't like each other anymore. But they did a group together.
Oh, I think he toured with Korn back then.
Yeah.
Well, however many years ago. I think I remember seeing that name opening for Korn.
Hell yeah. Yeah, see, it's all connected, man. It all makes sense. I love it. So I'm excited to see, man. Hopefully you guys make it to the US, and I'm excited for the record. Is there any last words or shout outs or anything we didn't get to that you wanted to mention that maybe we fucked up and didn't bring up?
Nothing that comes to mind, but appreciate your support, and we appreciate all your the support of all your listeners, and we hope to be back in Missouri and all of the US hopefully sooner rather than later, but definitely at some point in 2025. We would love to come back. Most of our streams are from the US, so we know a lot of people all over the states are looking forward to the new stuff. So we appreciate, and thanks again for having me. It's been a long day, so hopefully I wasn't too much of a zombie tonight.
No, you're awesome. Good.
Yeah, thank you so much, for real. I love it. And when the news comes out about the record and the tours and whatever it is, let us know. We'll do our best we'll spread the disease, man. We want people to know too, man. I love it.
We'll spread the infection.
That's right. Yeah, so definitely stay in touch, and we'll do our best to let the people know what's going on in the world with Deadly Apples, man. But thank you so much. We appreciate it. And
appreciate you taking the time out of your schedule to talk with us.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Well,
Man.
thanks for you guys, and we'll talk again soon,
Yep.
hopefully.
Sounds good. All right,
Yeah.
Alex. Have a good one, bud.
Thank you.
You too.
Peace.
Aye.
That was fun. That was a lot of fun.
What's up,
I
there,
feel
bud?
like I could listen to that guy talk about stories forever.
Yeah.
Right?
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was awesome, man. That was super cool. What a cool guy. Yeah, super cool
I
stories.
enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was dope, man. I love it.
Now,
I hope they blow up big.
I do too.
I think they will. They should. Like, you know what I mean, that's such a weird question to ask somebody,
right.
but it's a real question.
When
It's like
you worked with all these people, why?
you've done, like when
Yeah.
when Lily showed me the band, you know, I was similar like we are with openers, like he said. Like I was like,
Oh yeah, for sure.
I didn't even want to listen to it. I was like, yeah,
No, even
whatever.
he was that way. So it's like,
And then I listened to it, I was like, oh, this is actually dope. I was like, she's like, it's new. I'm like, well, it's not that new. 2017 or whatever, but
right.
but it's not 1999.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh, these are dope. And I looked them up, and they're like, oh, they're working on a new record. I'm like, oh, that's fucking exciting. You know what I mean? But I'm like, why don't I know? And then I started actually researching, and I'm like, why don't I know this band? Like, I love
With
this
all
type
the
of
shit
music.
that they've done. Yeah.
Yeah, like, you know what I mean? There's a lot of big music. There's a lot of big music that I don't know because it's not my world.
Right.
You know what I mean? The K-pop band comes and fucking sells out the goddamn arena. I don't know anything about it.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I don't know anything about it because I don't know anything about that world. I'm fucking in love with Marilyn Manson.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
Like,
why I'm surprised you never heard of these. guys.
you know what I mean? I love Rob Zombie. I saw White Zombie. You know what I mean?
Right.
I saw the Deftones before their fucking first album ever came
Jesus
out.
Christ, White Zombie. How fucking that was what, like 90 fucking six?
It was like
probably like no, it was earlier than that.
it was
White Zombie was probably 94, 93,
let's say, I
94.
don't even know. I had to be. I was in high school, so I was a freshman in high school.
So 95,
Yeah, something like that.
95.
Pantera,
96.
White Zombie, Deftones opened. No one know who they were. They're
Yeah.
Adrenalized or whatever. The first album came out 6 months later.
The only reason
We
why
were waiting for it. Me and Chris Ritz were like, "Where's this album? Why can't we buy this album? How do they not have an album?" That didn't
Yeah.
make sense to me as a kid.
no,
Like, how did I just saw the band? They played the music. What do you mean they don't have a CD?
because
I didn't understand that. It didn't make that. Didn't even make.
All right.
We're on fucking BMG, wondering why we can't fucking. Why can't I get this for a penny?
I mean, the only reason why I've ever heard of Deftones is because of you and fucking Collier. You got like Collier was fucking like
Yeah.
obsessed with. Fucking,
Well, we found them. I mean, we didn't find them, but we learned of them there. They were the
yeah.
opening. They were the second opening act.
And after I gave them a listen, I'm like, I can see why people like these motherfuckers. Dude, they're fucking badass.
Yeah.
I love Deftones now.
But I'm like, how have I not heard? You know what I mean? Like that blew me away that I hadn't heard of them. Which is, that's why I had to ask. But I mean,
well, yeah,
I answered the question because I figured like you haven't put anything out in 7 years, and we live in a fucking, especially now in a streaming world.
right.
So even if someone, a lot of times maybe someone did hear it and they went to go look it up, they're like, oh, they haven't put a record out in 7 years.
Yeah, that's nasty, by the way.
Is it?
Yeah.
Underground Wicked Radio. Oh yeah, that was me, bro. I gave him shit. About
What up, Larry? Well,
Rightfully so.
interview. But yeah, man, shout out, dude. Definitely go give it. You know what I'm saying? If you liked Marilyn Manson in his heyday, or if you were a fan of fucking Nine Inch Nails
see,
or Filter, it's very
yeah, the lead singer for Filter was in 9 Inch Nails at one point.
yeah.
And then him and Trent got into it.
And he's
he
on
took
that new
off,
record. Or like what was that song? What's that
Yeah.
Filter song? The one they did with not My Chemical Romance. What the fucking techno? The Chemical Brothers.
Yeah.
From Spawn. Like, can't you trip like it's
Yeah.
like that type of shit.
Yeah. Oh, boy. What's the lead singer's name of Filter now?
I don't fucking know. Ryan something or other.
Yeah. He still hates Trent.
Yeah.
Well, at least he did as of like 3 years ago.
Richard Patrick.
Yeah, that's it.
Richard
Because he
Patrick.
still said fuck Trent and fuck 9 Inch Nails when they were at Point Fest.
Well, regardless of their personal situations, Nine Inch Nails is incredible. Always has been.
To be honest with you, like, well, you know me. I listened to a lot of fucking rap back in the day and shit. But I appreciate like I go back and I listen to like Manson's like first couple albums that when he first come out. I go back and I listen to 9 Inch Nails when they first came out, or actually when they first hit radio when I first heard them. and I enjoy it more now. Back then, I think because I don't follow trends,
Yeah.
and I feel like everybody was on the trend, and I was like, yeah, fuck that. I'm not. Fuck you, whatever. But when I go back and listen now, it's like shit's pretty fucking good. I enjoy it. Why I didn't enjoy it then? Because it was a fucking trend.
Well, to be fair, I get what you're saying, and I take your trend, and I disagree with you.
I understand. And I totally.
There's some things I would agree with that on, but that was just new music. Then it wasn't. It may have been popular in our clique because it was good music.
I mean,
but it wasn't
knocking it.
But it wasn't necessarily that popular.
I'm not saying
it got to a
wasn't
point
good
where
back then.
it became hot topic.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, everyone just had Marilyn Manson shirts. I remember we were the kids that were like, you don't even fucking know who that is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that became a thing, but it was just good music and new.
Yeah.
At the time.
I guess because well, I was in my rap phase.
Yeah.
My little gangster rap phase back.
I'll let you take that one, Ru.
No, I was, but
one.
and I go back.
That's for you, Ru.
Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. Hold on. You heard what? Do I need to go back and tell you about the spanking that you can find on Replicon Radio?
Check the tapes.
Yes, you can check the video of
check
footage
the tapes
of Freaky P and Big Roo knocking the socks off of fucking Noise and fucking who the fuck was his partner?
Pigface Dean.
Pigface Dean. 2 years in a row.
Well, Pigface Dean didn't come, and then it was him and
oh yeah, that's right. The first year was Pigface Dean and fucking
name?
Noise got whooped. Like P and I came back and gave him a fucking spanking. Like we had to give him a head start, and then we
who's the kid that's the fucking
we beat the fucking brakes off of him, bro. Like it was like beating up a pinata that was Stevie Wonder. Okay, like that was like P and I with sticks just knocking the shit out of Stevie Wonder, bro.
Who's the fucking Zooligan kid that decided he was everybody's manager? What the fuck is that dude's name? God damn it. I don't remember him.
Yeah, we smoked him too.
Yeah. What's his fucking name?
I have no fucking clue.
God damn it.
Noise would know. He was in here earlier. But yeah, you can go back and you can check the tape from the first year with Pigface.
He was just
Dean
a Zooligan
and
and decided he did a fucking podcast and I don't even
and you
know.
can see that Freaky P and Big Roo beat their ass.
He said, no, he said we kicked his ass. He's just giving us shit.
But
Fuck yeah, the spooky kids.
But to be fair, we had to give them a head start. They were mopping us up at the beginning, and then all of a sudden we found shots.
Yeah.
And then P fucking knocked it out of the park with the last shot. Said, fuck you, Noise. I got this. You fucking moose.
Mm-hmm.
And
there's
dropped it.
It's on Replicon Radio. You can watch it.
Yeah, you can go back and watch it. Replicon Radio at Astronomicon. What was that? That was 2023? No, 2022.
Yeah.
That would have been the fourth one, right?
Maybe.
No,
21.
we're in 7, so 6, 5, 20. No, because it was with Beers with Blaze.
Well, we didn't play it. We
Blaze.
didn't play it this year.
Yeah, we didn't. So we played 23 and
Last
22.
year it was with the other guy whose name no one remembers.
Yeah, so it would have been
Before that
22.
was with
Yeah.
What was that fucking dude's name? Does that guy still exist? Is he still around?
The answer is yes. He's still around somewhere.
Dead Body Man. Don't you know the fucking guy's name?
It's right on the tip of my tongue. I think I know who you're talking about. The guy that
I mean, you should.
Yes,
I wasn't huge into Zooligan. I mean, what was his accolades? I can ask Alex.
I don't know. He was a Zooligan. That was his only accolade.
But
And
he was
then,
like,
Alex,
and
you
then
know
he
the one guy
became
that was a
Noise's
Zooligan?
manager. I think he was SON's manager. I'm pretty sure it only lasted for like a week or something. But
He was a manager for a week.
it was probably longer than a week.
Like, how the
I'm
fuck
being
you want me to remember
facetious.
Was his name Bill? I don't know.
Everyone's name's Bill in the Zooligan world.
It really is. Ohio and Bill.
What's the fucking guy's name, bro?
Charlie.
Will.
It might be Charlie.
I don't fucking know, dude. Somebody will know. Someone will comment.
Charles.
Fuck. Anyway.
Chimpanzee.
Speaking of fucking Zool, it's a perfect time to fucking plug
Double
this
Knees
show.
McGee.
check out this show. It's going down this Friday. This Friday night, guys.
Oh yeah.
The Long Live Evil tour is coming to Pops in Sauget, Illinois.
Nice.
It features a la Zuli Lou, Bill, and Joe. The super famous Fun Time guys
It's not
featuring
Bill,
Bill, and Whip.
There's a Bill and Will.
And SON, which is Bill with his hype man Bill.
Whip Bill.
Whip
Whipping Bill.
They're all from Ohio.
They're all in Ohio. They're all going to be in Sauget, Illinois, which is basically St. Louis. Also performing that evening is Risk, Pimp on Wheels, Mr. Green, Frodo the Ghost, 8-6 Family,
Man, say it with some fucking
AZ
energy,
the
bro.
Fallen,
Pimple Wheels.
Pimp on Wheels, Mr. Green.
POW,
Frodo the Ghost.
Can you
Risk.
Can you read the other ones?
No. 8-6 Family.
Otis,
Is that Otis?
young fucking Otis, and the other one is I don't know.
I mean, we blew it up a little bit.
I blew it up on my screen, and I'm still trying to read it. I think it's the guy from Morgue Mob. It's Morgue Mob, but that does not say Morgue Mob.
Oh, yeah, I cannot read that.
Also, Replicon Radio is going to be in the house.
Hey.
And that's going down this Friday. That's this Friday.
Damn, I cannot read that. What the fuck is that? We need a different logo, bro.
This Friday night.
Two different. What is that? Okay.
That's Otis.
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 Otis. That's
Young
Otis.
fucking Otis. I saw that. I got Nasty coming on Friday. He's doing a few of these shows. You saw that? You didn't know?
MGMRIE.
I'm pretty sure it's Morgue Mob. Or
Yeah.
it's such and such from Morgue Mob.
Okay.
But that's going down this Friday.
Hell yeah.
This Friday night. And if you're in town, if you're in St. Louis, you might as well stick around until Sunday and go see MMMFD at Misty Nights. I don't have the flyer for that. But Scum and Insane Poetry are playing at Misty Nights.
You may be getting 2 of Replicon Radio,
Sunday.
not 3.
Sunday. Why? You think this guy's not going to be there?
No, I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it.
This guy's not going to be there?
Hey,
Yeah.
it's up in the air.
Oh.
So I might be the only guy there.
Well, you might only be getting one.
So it's going to be a normal event. I'll be the only one there.
Well, my car's broke.
Man, you're in like walking distance, bro.
Yeah, let me just walk across the fucking poplar.
One of his cars is broke.
I mean, you either walk or you can swim. Take your fucking pick, bro. Get your fucking trunks on and jump in the water and swim across.
I'll have to get in the water in Alton to make it across that fucking water, probably.
Actually, yeah. Now with all the rain we just got today and the rest of the week that we're gonna get, you might not be able to walk across it right now. Now, like last week, you'd probably be able to walk across the motherfucker.
Oh, right. I just had to swim across that little middle part.
Hey, man, don't talk about anything you bring up either. Leave it go. Let it go. Let it go
Oh,
downstream. We don't talk about what you find while you're swimming. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Can't believe that motherfucker said, y'all got whooped by noise, he says. Fuck that. Moose.
Tomorrow, happy birthday to Jamie Madrox, so Twisted, and
Happy birthday.
Oh, thanks for telling me happy birthday.
and the Wraith Shangri-La.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Madrox. How you doing, bud?
Doing okay.
Oh. So I heard, okay, you talked about a little bit of the Juliet show. You did talk about it last week on here about the ICP show here.
Yeah.
From what I heard, and I don't think we really touched base on what they played, but was it just basically from like Shangri-La and down? Or did they do a couple of the newer songs, of the newer cards? You don't remember? You're too drunk?
Pretty sure they did In Your Face.
That was on
Bang, boom,
the next one.
Mighty Death Pop.
Yeah,
Death
Mighty
Pop?
Death Pop.
I'm pretty sure
In
they
Your
played that.
Face. Yeah, In Your Face was on Mighty Death Pop. Now you got me.
I know they played fucking Tap Tap at every show. That's like one of their biggest songs now because it's like a TikTok thing.
Pat.
Oh, that's Riders.
What is that?
In my room.
Oh,
Love in my room. Do anything for you. Tap, tap.
uh-huh.
Tap, tap.
Yeah, I got it.
I do adore you. Tap, tap. Yeah, they play that at every show.
I did tell homeboy at Six Flags. I said, dude, I'm not too hip on Yum Yum Deadline, but I haven't gave it enough listens.
Yeah, you don't give anything any listens.
I give it one.
Yeah, everything needs more than one.
You're right, but not back in the day. It didn't, dude. Like
Yeah,
you could just put the
still did.
motherfucker. Not really. Not until you got up until like the fucking Jackal Brothers. Once you got the Carnival of Carnage, you're like, all right, cool. Then you got the remix, and you're like, all right, fucking right. Then you got fucking Riddlebox, and you're like, holy fuck, it blew your fucking mind. Then you got your fucking Great Malenko, and it was like, oh, it's still good, but oh, it's cool.
So the first time, so you're agreeing with me. You just don't know you're agreeing with me.
But when you heard Jackal Brothers, you're like, what the fuck?
Because that was the first time you heard new music. Before that, you were just going back and listening to old music that was new to you.
Correct.
So you were being introduced to the new music at current state. So it didn't click right away.
No, but Jackal Brothers like took me like 6-7 listens and like, all right, I can dig this fucking album.
That's fucking Tony's favorite album.
I love that album.
I'm not dogging it. I'm not dogging it by any means. I love that album to this day. But then when we got into fucking Shangri-La and Hell's Pit can kiss my ass. Like, I thought that was a shitty fucking album. But fucking Shangri-La, phenomenal. And only because I haven't gave Hell's Pit enough listens.
Triggered.
Well, I think there's two different types of juggalos. I mean, like you have the Riddlebox
Oh,
juggalos
now you're classifying me. What the fuck?
and the Jackal Brother juggalos, you know, because like it's different styles of music. One's more playful and carnival-y, and the other ones are more fucking evil and
I love the Jackal Brothers album.
yeah.
I love it. But I had to give it more than one listen.
It had to grow on you.
And Hell's Pit, I mean, I've listened to Hell's Pit enough to like probably like 7 songs off of fucking 15 song album. Might be more than that.
Yeah, see, I felt the same about Riddlebox when I heard that. I mean, it took a while to grow on me because it's just not my. I just don't fuck with it. I mean, it's a good album. I love it, but it's not
the best album.
It's probably like
the best album.
It might be the least listened to album of the first 6 for me. Of that.
In My Room is on Hell's Pit, by the way.
Yeah.
That's so confusing to me. Hell's Pit, first of all, Riddlebox is fucking amazing.
And to
but
be honest,
Hell's Pit is fucking, you know, where do you get off not liking Hell's Pit? Walk Into the Darkness, great. Suicide Hotline is actually fun and great. Crooked Preacher Killers, everyone likes that. First try. Yeah, stop it. Truly Alone, I can understand why you wouldn't like that. You're not sad. I loved it.
I loved it.
You're sad?
That's a good
I was sad when that came out.
I can understand why someone wouldn't like that. That's like a.
I don't know if that's a good thing. Like, should I be a sad person? Because I'm like
No.
always like, I'm a happy person all the time.
No,
Like,
that's why you're
nobody-
a bad fellow.
oh, because I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm shitty because I'm not.
yeah. You had like healthy parents and shit. Like you.
I mean, it ain't that. It's just even like today. Like, I'm always in like I am always the one that like if we're out having fun and I see somebody in a shitty mood, like I'm the one to go over and like try to cheer a motherfucker up. Like that's me. I don't want to see anybody having a bad time.
Yeah.
Like I want to have a good time. Fuck
Every
your
day
pity
I
party.
die.
Like fuck you, bro. Like we're here. Look at what the fuck we're at. Look at where we're at. Let's have a good time.
Hell's Pit is 70% incredible.
I'm not saying it's not. I'm not saying I don't know a lot.
IMO. Well, I'm telling you right now, Rue. Truly Alone. Every Day I Die. I can see not liking that. Night of the 44. Everyone likes that. You can't dislike that song.
Okay, so maybe I gave it enough listen.
Who hasn't gone on a PCP binge and shot at a couple cops?
Come on.
But to be honest with you,
The Witch. I can see why you wouldn't like that. Bowling Balls is fun. They made a fucking hour-long music video out of it.
Bowling Balls is fun.
It's not. It's probably one of the least good songs
And
on
you
there, but
know
you can't dislike it.
You know, I have that album with the DVD, and I've never watched Bowling Balls.
Never.
I
You've
mean,
never seen it?
I've never watched it like all the way through. I've seen clips of
With
it.
I remember it came with the 3D.
Yes.
It's 3D glasses.
They're in the case with the fucking album, and heard with the
What the
DVD.
Well, don't open it now. Just Google this shit. I don't
Oh,
know.
no, it's already open. 'cause I
24
had to
Burning
listen to
Up
it.
is a fucking amazing song. Sedatives.
Burning up.
But I will
Oh,
tell
man,
you,
this-
but the bowling balls fucking DVD
Yeah.
is fucking scratch free.
Fuck,
Never
what
been
you
out of
telling
the
me?
fucking case.
Burning up.
Never been out of the case.
Fuck what they telling me. It's such a great song. Sedatives. I can see why you wouldn't like that.
Love
In My
that song.
Room is one of the biggest songs in the world.
Yeah.
I know all the ones I say I could see why people wouldn't like are guaranteed hits, baby.
Yeah,
I'm not saying they're bad
and
songs.
you are
I'm
correct.
just saying I can understand why people wouldn't like them.
But I mean, okay, so after we
Bass
got,
Head Attack, trash.
I mean, it was fun though.
That's
That
a,
was
you don't.
fun.
Nobody. He doesn't even like that one.
But it was fun.
Angels are falling.
I mean, come
angels. I
on,
can understand
bro.
why you wouldn't like it. It's a great song, manic depressive, and then Real Underground Baby is just silly but fun.
Yeah.
Goofy.
That's just all the songs you already like, but had it under the floor like Saddam, but I'm doing it because I
All
love
right.
it. And
Underground Baby.
But how many times did you have to listen to Bang Bow Boom?
um,
Bang Bow Boom for me, when I first heard it, dude, I'm not gonna lie. When I first heard it, I was like, "What the fuck?"
Fucking
And then I
Golden
listened to it
Knights.
twice, and I was like, "You know what? I can really dig this fucking album." And then the same with fucking
thank you,
Mighty
Polar
Death
Knights.
Pop.
I appreciate that.
I can't read that.
It says I love this show. It is the perfect evolution of beard growth. Thanks for tuning in and commenting on Twitch. I think that might be the first comment we've ever had on Twitch.
Nice.
Be right, yeah.
We are also live on YouTube, Facebook, and you can follow us on all social medias.
We all got like different stages of beard.
We love it.
That's funny.
I don't actually remember the first time I listened to Bang Pop Boom, but
We were
I
in a
do
car
remember.
together.
But I do remember I was less judgy because it had not been
Yes.
announced as a Joker
Yes,
card.
yes,
It just came out.
100%.
It was just available. Nobody said it was a Joker card. It had a fun face,
yes.
but nobody. It was never presented as a Joker
Nope.
card.
It sure
So
was.
we were less judgy listening to it. And I do the one thing I do remember immediately is there was 3 different versions, and the one song they had 3 different intros or whatever,
Uh-huh.
and one of them was like the Freaky Creep Show,
Yep.
but it sounded like the Freaky P Show, and I fucking loved it.
Right, because of the
Yeah, because it said my name,
Well, you thought.
and I was like, "It's the Freaky P Show," and I was like, "Yeah, it is, bitch." That's what somebody used to call
But
this
they
show,
lied to
dissing
you.
on us. Why don't you just
They
call it the
did.
Freaky P Show? I'm like, maybe I will, cocksucker.
What up, killer? What up, killer? My dude.
In Your Face is incredible. I thought The
Yeah.
Bone was silly.
Yeah.
Zombie Slide has always been fun.
Yeah.
To Catch a Predator, love the concept. It was weird on first listen.
Um.
Boing Boing, I think I loved on first listen and like less over time.
Yeah, I can see that.
Because a lot of sex songs are kind of like that.
Yeah.
They're fun until you're like, okay, what the fuck am I doing now?
Yeah, bro, like when I that's why I kind of got
But you remember when I used to fucking roll up to high school like fucking
I don't remember that. You went to ILC.
what the fuck?
You didn't come
What's the
by
dude's?
me.
What's fucking Dazed and Confused? What's the dude's name?
in the movie or
Yeah.
the actor?
Yeah, both.
Johnny Depp.
No,
No,
Matthew
No,
McConaughey.
I was thinking of Fear and Loathing.
Matthew
So
McConaughey. I used to roll up to high school like Matthew McConaughey to pick people up from school, like you know what I mean. And I would always fucking yeah, that's what I was looking for.
All right.
And I would be bumping. She ain't afraid to admit she likes dick. She ain't afraid. And it was like the most offensive song at the time. And anybody who was in my car was so uncomfortable.
As I get older, but they stay the same.
But yeah, I found a body, love, Fawn Spawn. Okay,
Fawn's Pond was that was a fun song.
it was. I'm gonna kill you. Juggalo Island, Vultures. I've always liked that.
Well, we had
song.
Mighty Does Pop.
No, Bang Pop.
Bang Pop, yeah, we have Mighty Does Pop. I thought was fun.
Miracles.
Miracles was a fun song.
that was a fun song.
It really was a fun song.
It really tainted Juggalos forever, but you know, it was a fun song.
I mean, how did magnets work, dude?
I'm literally playing with magnets right
He's got them in his hand. And Bang Pop Boom is like an epic song, like the actual song.
Yeah. And a bang, and a
Yeah.
pow, and a boom.
It's epic once you see them close
Well,
the
because they
especially
close-
live,
yeah,
yeah,
because
live.
they close
You
it.
see them close the gathering with it, that shit hits.
Yeah. I think if they wouldn't close the gathering with that, I don't think that song would be as good as it is.
I
It's still pretty
agree. I agree.
With a bang, say goodbye to
It wouldn't be that big for me, especially like I only resonate with it because of the closing the gathering with it so many years that Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Your thoughts, Tony. Go ahead. I know how you are. Go ahead, buddy.
I literally already forgot it.
Fuck.
And the fucking chop slide, bro.
I really do think though, if ICP didn't close the gathering out with Bang Pow Boom, we all would have looked the other way on that song. Like we would have heard it. We would have been like, cool.
It's still the epic end of the story within the album. Like everyone's going to Ash, Nevada, and then they're there, and it's fucking.
But
tricked you.
But we wouldn't enjoy it as
they
much.
weren't sorry that they tricked you.
I don't think we would enjoy it as much.
Maybe.
Because they make it fun on stage.
But the song itself is so epic.
Yes.
Recorded. That's what makes it epic. That's what made it a finale.
But when you see it
way better than if I was a serial killer, which they do at the end sometimes. It's just like.
But when you see that performed on the stage and then you go back and you listen to it, and you're like, memories of the gathering or memories of this show or that show. So I think
I agree. It made it better.
It makes it better as we listen to it,
harder, faster, stronger.
For the nostalgia of man, I was at that show. Or
which makes me stronger.
There's 17 songs on the Race Shangri-La. I disagree with you, but there's only two tracks on there that anyone could argue with me that aren't that good. I disagree with them on both of them.
On Shangri-La, only 2 tracks that weren't good?
That someone could argue with me that aren't good.
Which,
to me, in my opinion, there's only. And I'm not saying I disagree with you if you were to tell me they weren't.
So what the fuck is your argument?
Well, I'm saying like the other songs I said on Hell's Pit, I could see why someone wouldn't like it. I mean, I didn't like it.
But you don't see why anybody.
I don't see why anybody would not like any of these songs. But there's 2 songs that someone could try to argue with me. I would disagree with them. So first of all, we got "Walking to the Light." That doesn't count. It's an intro. "Welcome to the Show." Who doesn't like that? "Get Your Wicked On." "Murder Rap." "Birthday Bitches." "Blam." "It Rains Diamonds." "The Staleness." "Hell's Forecast," which should have been on Hell's Pit because it's the best fucking Hell's Pit song.
Well, in the song title.
"Homies." "Ain't Your Business."
Homies.
"We Belong." "Cotton Candy and Popsicles." "Crossing Thy Bridge," "The Raven's Mirror," "The Wraith," and "The Unveiling."
What 2?
You tell me.
I could argue the fucking Popsicles.
Okay, that was one of them.
I could argue that one.
That was one of them. I disagree. I think it's a great song.
I mean, it's fun.
Mixed in the rest of those? Nah, doesn't. There's an argument there. I disagree with the argument, but that's only one of them. That's one of the 2. What do you think, Dead Body, man? You don't even like that album.
I love that album. What are you talking about? All the songs you named are fucking bangers.
They're all incredible.
Crossing the Bridge, you cannot fucking argue.
Fuck no, that song is so amazing. I'm so glad they're doing that live. They were doing that on the tour. Love it. It's even better live.
What were the first 5? I don't know why. I ought to just pull.
I think there was a couple at the end that I'm having trouble trying to put a melody to, but all the other ones were just bangers.
"The Raven's Mirror."
Is that the other one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can see that.
I disagree because now I remember what the song was, but it took me that long to even remember what the song was.
I would have to remember what the song is.
Because nobody remembers what the song is based off the name. So what? Jamie Madrox rapped about something like this. That song. It's a great song.
I love
but
it.
just reading the titles, I'm like, my brain didn't even recognize what song that was.
Yeah.
Which is why there would be an argument.
Tell me a secret that I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's a great song.
But it goes with the album.
No, it's an incredible.
That's why you can't. I don't think there's an argument for it because it goes with the album.
Oh yeah,
it does go with the album.
Oh, it's an incredible song. Like I
think
there is no argument. It's an incredible song. There's no argument for that one either. I'm just saying, just based on the fact that none of us can remember what it was, is the only argument someone would have that it's not.
Now, I think that's why I don't like, I haven't.
Used to be my voice.
I haven't given Yum Yum Bedlam enough listens. I feel like the song, like every Joker's card.
The problem is there's a lot of arguments for things that aren't good on Yum Yum Bedlam.
But regardless,
like number 1, it's not good.
Or number 2,
or song number 4.
My
My problem, I'll stand by this forever. I think Yum Yum Bedlam is a good album. I think it's a good idea. I think it's one solid album split into fucking 5. And if you would cut out all the bullshit of those 5 albums and put it on one, you would have one
Double
fucking
disc.
fantastic record.
Why don't you make a
cut out the
playlist with
bullshit.
it? Just make a playlist, your own
Like
playlist.
lore, Yum Yum's lore, actual Yum Yum, and then the 3 fucking seedlings.
Yeah. Well, I feel like Yum Yum Bedlam, like there's songs.
But
on
here
there
comes
that
the
don't-
carnival. Everyone that knows that song would agree that's one of the best ICP songs in the last fucking 15 years. And it's part of Yum Yum Bedlam.
I feel like there's songs on that album that don't go along with the card. That don't go along with the album.
Maybe.
I feel like when you look at the first set,
Not a Yum Yum historian, you know.
the first part of the second set, which is Bang Pow Boom,
Mighty Death
Mighty Death Pop,
Marvelous
Lo-
Missing Link,
yeah.
Lost and Found,
yeah, Lost and Found, and then you
Fearless
had
Fred Fury.
Fury.
and then Yum Yum.
Like those all kind of like they all have songs on there that go together, that go with the album. But I feel like Yum Yum was rushed. Like, oh fuck, we haven't came out with a Joker's card in fucking.
You know what?
40
Now that
years.
I'm looking at it, I fucking love this album. My memory of the album is worse than me actually looking at this record.
I got to give it another. Look.
It's a good. It's different.
I have it.
It's a good
signed.
album.
It's probably the only copy that is signed by Tom Wood because he did
Yeah.
all the artwork.
Yeah, we got it a fucking day earlier. Or whatever.
I bought it at fucking the record store in Detroit. Fucking
Rock of Ages.
Rock of Ages.
Before it came out.
Yeah, it wasn't even released yet.
We were going to the release party like 2 days later.
Yeah. It wasn't even released yet. We were up there for we were at Andy's
Unity
gig
Fest.
for Unity Fest, and we went by Rock of Ages, and I found a copy of Yum Yum Bedlam. It was what was there, like 4 of them?
Somewhere.
I should have bought all 4 of them because it was probably.
I didn't buy it because I had
already.
already pre-ordered it.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I didn't buy it.
So I bought it, and then I bring it back with us to the show. Or we were talking about it, and Tom was at the table when we were talking, and he's like, "Can you go get it?" I'm like, "Yeah." So I go get it. He's like, "You mind if I open it?" I'm like, "Go ahead." And he opened it up, and he takes a book out, and he starts flipping through it. He's looking at all his artwork that he
Because
did.
he had never seen it before.
Yeah, because he hasn't seen it. He just knows what he sent them, but he didn't know what they used. And he's like, "You mind if I sign this?" And I'm like, "Not at all, bro. Go right ahead." And he signed it, and it's probably the
3
only
years
one.
old.
Yum Yum Bedlam, yeah. And it's probably the only copy that's signed by fucking Tom Wood.
I doubt that.
You know?
Well, it was until you said that on air.
Right. Well, I mean, it was I guarantee you it was the first copy he ever signed. I can guarantee
I
you
love
that.
this album, bro.
I listened. The only time I ever listened to it was when I was traveling with P to, I think, Indiana. I don't know for what, or Ohio, or one of the times.
I guess we got to figure out that trip. We gonna rent a car, all 3 of us pitch in on it and fucking.
I think that would be the best option. My car is kind of running on borrowed time until I get it completely fixed.
I'm gonna
Not
need
just
new
what's
tires.
broke right now.
Shotgun.
Backseat.
I'm fucking handicapped, bro. I get us the parking.
That sounds
I'm
expensive.
tired of driving.
There's 3 of us, bro. Split 3 ways, just like the fucking room.
That you still haven't paid for that yet.
Ain't nobody paid for it yet.
Capital One, dude.
No, it's just sitting there still. They ain't charged it yet.
They charged me the
Motherfucker.
first.
It's
I probably got a
interested.
payment for the first payment.
They charge you first.
You should. I love this album.
I'm gonna give it.
It was
another
personal. That was the thing I liked about it, which was different than a lot of ICP shit. There was a lot more personal stuff on there, like The Drunk and the Addict
personal for who? Violent J.
and Shaggy Two Dope.
I feel
Joe
like
and
Shaggy,
Joey.
I feel like Shaggy Tudo was not involved in that album as much as all the other ones.
Yeah, he's all on it a lot. Now the Seedlings, that's a different thing.
Okay, maybe that's what I'm thinking.
As I look, let me look at these. Yum Yum's lore.
I mean, we still got time to figure out Indiana. I got to figure out what I'm going to do for that Monday. Because I thought about driving up myself to leave early on Sunday, but I don't know if that's going to be an option. Like I said, I need tires. I'm gonna need tires here shortly.
A month away.
Yeah, well, I mean, not that I can't just go get tires tomorrow. I could, but I kind of want to wear them down a little more around town before trying to go like 400 miles away.
If you guys are wondering what the hell he's talking about,
motherfucking Jaeger Slam, bitches,
Jaeger Slam.
Going down.
That's right.
Into Indiana town.
Buy tickets.
Carl's Tavern, bitch.
You should buy tickets.
Yeah, $30 gets you the whole fucking weekend.
Yeah, don't wait, because if you show up in the door, you got to pay $40.
Yeah.
Whoa.
What's wrong with you? Who wants to pay $40 at the fucking door when you can pay $30 right now for the whole weekend?
You're gonna get all 3 members of Replicon Radio.
Yeah.
You're gonna get Replicon Radio fucking karaoke Thursday night.
Facts.
Friday night you got Replicon Radio hosting,
Mm-hmm. And it's my birthday.
and it's Andy Sherman and Freaky P's birthday.
That's right.
And it might be Tony and Ma's birthday as well.
I mean, it's
Happy
really,
birthday.
but it's everyone's birthday.
And then Saturday night you got all the hot performances. And who's
Yeah.
hosting? Is it the Jaeger Slam boys? gonna be?
JWO, as far as I know.
It's going. You got Andy and fucking
Probably
PJ.
us too. Probably everyone. We're all hosting.
Yeah.
We're all taking turns hosting.
So I mean, and
Shout out
it's,
to the motherfucking ice machine.
You see the lineup here,
and look at the fucking lineup. I mean,
and it's actually
Citro,
changed. There's others.
They're added. They added.
AZ the Fallen. Zitro,
Oh, he's the homie.
Bob Rocks, Michael Lawless, Chloe Kills, Bam Bam the Voodoo Child, Knothead, the Deranged Brothers, Gino Live, Crazy Eights, Mr. Sadistic,
Fucking Jay Villain.
Jay Villain. Knowledge is no longer on the show. Scum. Then we got Histio, Bakelo, Cartoon Bondurant, Enoch X Mortis, HP,
Bro, Friday those are all
Love
those.
Wrestling.
Now it's Saturday. You get all these.
Fury, Dope Da Vinci, Razor, Smalls One, Insane Poetry, Ice Giant, Insane, Risk Fram Titan, Troubled Minds.
My homies, fucking Risk and Ice Giant, bro. I mean, they're all the homies. To be honest with you.
It's just a list of homies.
There's a lot of homies.
And then it's not even over. After that,
Whoa.
The after party.
you don't
on
even leave the
Saturday.
venue. It's the same venue. They just made it. There were so many people, we had to add a different lineup. Starting at 11 p.m. till 3 in the morning.
Damn.
Cognac, Smoking Records, Nada, Abe LinkedIn, V Sinister, Puppet Master, 216A, and an electronic set from Androponics.
We need to get him back.
Abe LinkedIn rocked
to
the
get
float
him back.
this year. It's gonna be dope.
What we were talking about before the show. We can get him this year too.
Talking about ho 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 ho.
Yeah. We'll get him on.
Speaking of Cartoon Bondurant, this Monday,
Hi.
This Monday, no, next Monday,
It's
motherfucker.
upcoming Monday.
not today, but a week from today.
That's right.
'Cause we just had Deadly Apples on.
Deadly.
But 1 week from
motherfucking
today, for the first time ever, Cartoon Bondurant is going to be live right here on Replicon Radio.
yeah.
Look how excited.
He don't look excited at all.
He's
bro. He look like he
scared.
about ready to kill a motherfucker.
Oh, you a scared
Hang on.
motherfucker? That's right.
You a scared
Go check out
motherfucker now.
Zitro Bakelow's podcast, and you can watch him do a salt butt.
You're on that one too, right?
Mm-hmm.
How come they get you and not all of us?
You weren't there.
Nobody messaged me.
You weren't there.
I mean, we still could have went like we are here.
You weren't there.
I don't give a fuck.
If you
That body man ain't here, but he's here.
yeah, but none of y'all.
Yes, point.
You're missing the point.
You were
That body man's not here.
It was all recorded live at the gathering.
Oh, okay.
We talked about it earlier. You were just playing on your phone.
No, I was doing lineups.
That's what I said. We're saying the same thing.
You're right.
Yeah.
But I was doing Replicon radio work,
Yeah,
just not in Replicon world.
you're playing it wrong.
I was getting line. I
I am a
bitching to play.
Replicon girl in the Replicon world.
You should get him on our fucking ho-ho show.
Oh,
The Leprechaun.
the
That we ain't
Leprechaun?
talk- Yeah, that we ain't talked to in fucking 10 years. 5 years.
I'm confused now.
Red.
I thought you were talking about the fucking actor. Oh,
No.
what?
Yeah. Yeah.
Why would you do that?
Oh,
That
shit.
doesn't even make. Why would you even joke about something?
Because I think it'd be funny.
For who?
I don't even know what he's talking about, but it's still funny.
All of us. I could just see Dead Body Man right now. Just
I thought you were talking about Warwick Davis. I'm
Yeah,
I'm down.
I
with
mean,
that.
you call him Warwick Davis, you call him ZZ Top, whatever the fuck you want to
No,
call
the
him.
fucking guy from
Exactly who I thought we was talking about.
he's talking about
That
the
ain't
guy
gonna go well,
from
Rue.
fucking,
That's not gonna go well, Rue.
I mean, it might.
What?
Y'all the ones that got problems. I done talked to the gentleman or the man.
The fact that you're even referring to them as that is a problem. A gentleman or a man? We're obviously not talking about the same fucking person. But everything about this is gross.
I have to agree with Paul on this one.
I'm just starting shit. That's all.
We could have One Eye in studio.
Can he even leave his
You know what,
house?
we can have him in studio. On
Yeah,
the
we
computer
could have
screen.
One Eye in studio for our Christmas show. I'm fine with that.
Who gonna bring him?
Fucking,
So it would be me if I
It'd
did.
be at that body
He gonna be
house.
remote again.
Yeah.
He gonna be remote
Yeah,
again.
he thinks he's gonna do this.
Is that an option? Because hell yeah. We all know.
Get the fuck out of here, man.
I mean, that's a pretty accurate recreation there.
Yeah, it's fucking Masters of the Universe, bro.
Holy fuck.
All it's missing is a bridge over his head, and that's right there.
Man, y'all ain't even right.
Coming out of the booth.
That man ain't right.
Coming out from under the bridge.
I mean,
Fucking gross, bro.
I am whatever you say I am. Because if I wasn't, then why would I say I am?
I thought you were about to sing Stone Temple Pilots, though. I am smelling like a rose.
that somebody gave me on my birthday deathbed.
So it's November, right?
No, it is November.
It's November.
It is November, my dudes.
Next month is December.
Correct. And
Which
then
means
January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December again.
fuck yeah, Rue knows his alphabet.
Jason.
A, B, C, D.
June,
Yeah,
July, or July,
June, July.
July, August, September, October, November.
Yeah, Jason. That means it's almost award season.
You give me an award?
No, I don't think so.
Why not?
Why would I give you an award?
I mean, we should have an award for the best host and the shittiest host.
But why would
I'd
I
win every week?
Why would I give
every
you an
year.
award? I'm not the fucking award guy.
Well, we'll have two of those: the shittiest host and the best host.
So there's just one person that doesn't win every year.
Yes, correct. Let's see who that's going to be. Let's see who that's going to be.
We can't even afford the ones we have. You want to add?
I mean, we ain't
silly
got to.
ones
We
to
ain't
it?
got to give us. We ain't got to give the one for
Just
us.
write it down on a post-it note. We'll sign it.
I mean, yeah. I mean, we can all just be like, "Ha ha, you shitty motherfucker."
Damn.
I mean, I'm okay with that. That's the shitty motherfucker.
Billy,
right there.
what happened to that guy?
Right?
Where's the Billy Crystal guy?
What happened to the Billy Crystal?
I need
guy?
some crystal clear facts.
Crystal Clear Pepsi came out in 1993.
But it's almost award season, bro. Who's winning? Who wins? Who's your album of the year thus far?
I win.
Who's your album of the year?
Big Ruse.
Big Roo didn't make a fucking album, and if he did, it wouldn't even be in the fucking list.
Wow. You wouldn't put my shit on the
I'd
list?
forget.
You fucking piece of shit. We forget enough people.
We
Why
would
would
definitely
you
forget
mine?
ourselves.
Ooh, that's a tough one, man.
Who's in your running? Who's in your running for the top?
Wait. You got to have two of them. You got to have the
Underground
little
and
guy and the big boy.
boys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we're going to call that award. With the little guys and the big boys.
Yeah.
That's what we're going to change the name to it.
And also ladies.
Yes.
Better.
Man.
What are you guys thinking? If you guys are watching this, anybody's watching this, leave a comment.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie, the rock album is not bad.
I didn't listen to a lot of music this year.
This little rock album,
That's not out yet.
it didn't come out. What the fuck?
I mean, they put out like 5 songs.
Maybe that's what I was listening
Yeah.
to.
The record doesn't actually come out till next year, so it wouldn't be on the list.
No, it wouldn't. But what I heard of it, dude, it sounds pretty good. I thought it was out because I heard like 4 or 5 songs.
Yeah,
I
there's
was
like 5
damn,
tracks,
all
right?
Man, I don't know, man.
I would have to say the album that I was on, so Mid South Monsters album.
Fuck yeah, the Mid-South Monster album.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie, dude. Besides us being on there and listening to the music alone, it was actually pretty fucking good. It really was. It was a damn good album.
Now, where would that be listed on the categories?
Which means the fucking chipmunk fucking collab.
Oh, the Chipmunk collab. I'm saying, is it? That's like.
That's
I mean,
a little boy.
it's long. Well, yeah, but I'm saying it's long because we added 20 tracks to it. But technically, it's like an EP/mixtape, right?
It wasn't. It was originally an EP. We made it an album. Is how. So we would have to put it as an EP, I think.
I would have to say EP because like with every other album, we don't include the skits, we don't include the intros, outros. So like even though we would be biased and like fuck yeah, no, that's an album, we would have to put it for the music.
At least it's not all. At least it's not all his top tracks.
Right. Thank God. Just more than.
I was being sarcastic. It's all his top.
Out of the five, there's not one that's not.
No.
Oh, okay. I mean, you're welcome. Where the fuck is that bitch at tonight? Whoever's
that's a good one's in the run. That's a good one in the running. I agree with that. Great time to say. I would have forgot that if he didn't say it. Just off the top of my dome.
How do you forget the
off
one
the
that
top
we
of my
only album we ever
when we get
of.
into the list? I'd have remembered, but just off the top of my dome, it wasn't in my head. You didn't think of it either. Fuck you.
You're right. Because I don't know what category I was thinking though either. So I give you that. I don't know, man. There's been a lot of good albums put out this year.
There has been.
You had Buckshot. And they did. Was that the Avengers that came out this year? The Underground Avengers.
Yeah. I think it did come out this year.
What the fuck was the name of it? Well, I want to say Illuminati, which I know is wrong. Man,
I'm not gonna lie. I don't think I listened to any music hardly this
well,
year.
it's a good time. Thank God I brought it up.
Then you had Fire. What was
You got
Fire?
a little bit of time to fucking hop on the bus.
Well, first album I want to check out is
Fire and Lead.
Bloodly Apples.
Jake Palumbo and Lex the Hexmaster.
And then you had Risk and Ice Giants album.
What is the emergency broadcast from the White House? Polar Nights. They said they were sorry they were watching the news.
What the fuck's the name of that fucking album?
What? One you just said? Fire and Lead?
No, Risk and Ice Giants.
Oh, the Castle Crashers?
Yeah.
Castle Crashers.
Got that. That is a great fucking album in my opinion.
Bigfoot claim. Bigfoot is always watches Replicon Radio because Violent J put him on it. Shout out to Violent J for putting Bigfoot onto Replicon Radio. We appreciate you for doing that, Duke.
How did that happen?
You heading to bed? All right. Good night, fam.
Deuces.
Defiled in the Lavender Fields. That was the smallest one album that came out.
Labyrinthine and who the fuck was on that album?
Jay Reno.
They come out with an album.
They did. Ooh, collabo projects. You're naming all collab projects, which is a new category that we started last year. Remember that? House of Crazies would be a collabo album, right? It's collaboration or group project. That's a group project.
Man, no, because that was they was a group.
Still a group
before.
project. Underground Avengers is a group.
A group, not collab.
Yeah, but we put them. It was this. We did the same.
We did
group
the same.
Group or collab.
I guess we could put fucking Blaze's new album in there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're not making a list. I'm saying, what's your top? What's the one?
I'm just trying to think of all the albums that come out, man. There's been so many. Didn't Lights Group come out with a new album? What were they called? It was Light. Wasn't it Light? Straight Jacket. Was that last year?
I believe so.
Yeah.
But Light's new album is available for pre-order right now. You should go check it out. Since you mentioned it. Shout out to Light. Full Force is available for pre-order right now. You get a t-shirt bundle, a hoodie and a hat bundle, a jersey bundle.
Who
A
we have-
jersey and a
Wicked
hat.
Underground Radio.
Who did we have on the show that we
Underground
were just
Wicked
talking
Radio.
about the new album getting ready to come out? There's been so many.
A lot, everyone.
September. It was in September.
Chloe Kills. A Game of the Reptile. Big Sherm.
No, what'd you say before that?
Clockwork.
We hadn't
Chloe
had
Kills.
We didn't have Clockwork on the show.
Maybe it is. Like
Oh,
2
I'm
weeks
thinking
ago.
of Clockwork E. Never mind. We haven't had Clockwork E on the show.
Sappy Corpse.
Sappy Corpse has an album.
Stack Styles. Hoax. Dr. Giggles.
Yes,
Hard
Dr.
Jaws.
Giggles.
Class. Instant Me. They all.
Did Class have a solo album?
I know he put out he put out an EP.
Okay.
He was supposed to put out 3 fucking Halloween ones, but I guess that didn't happen.
Well, maybe you ought to ask him. Man,
Where the fuck is the new one?
Jelly Roll. Jelly Roll come out with fucking 2 albums this year, didn't he? No, just the one.
Just the one.
Does Jelly Roll even fall in this category?
Yeah, in my
anymore?
head was an EP from Class. It's 3 songs.
With that body man, get your ass back here. We got to talk.
That was the one with Marissa.
Because I'm gonna say no.
What are you gonna say?
I'm gonna say no.
No, the word.
When he gets back, I'll explain what I'm gonna say no to.
Jelly Rolls in the big boy category.
Jelly Roll's not a part of this anymore.
Well, on the list.
He can't be part
The
of it.
Underground Avengers album was called Oblivion.
Oblivion, yeah. Yeah, no, yeah. Jelly Roll is not a part of our awards show anymore.
Jelly Roll was a part of it.
How can you say that?
He's a previous award winner.
You're right. Before
He
he
only
hit
came out with one
mainstream.
album, by the way. Beautifully
Ooh.
Broken. The
Yeah.
one that just came out.
Yeah.
You said 2.
No, I thought it was 2, and then I
Wits
said
at
no.
Chapel
it
was
just
last year.
Yeah, I said no. It was just 1. But no, he is not. He can't. This is underground. He's mainstream. So you're gonna add Justin Timberlake and fucking NSYNC?
No.
Tony, do you think Jelly Roll should be a part of our awards now that he's mainstream and not underground?
I mean, we had Tom A. Donald on the awards.
He's still underground.
I mean, he's fucking massive. Like he's not underground at
So do
all.
we add Taylor Swift?
He's literally hanging out with Trump.
Do we add Taylor Swift?
Taylor Swift had never any association to do with this show.
Facts. That's my claim there. Jelly Roll is been on the show and a previous award winner. Tom has also been on this show.
I'm just saying.
If they've been on the show, and or a previous winner, I don't see any reason why we would kick them out.
Levels.
I understand what Rue's getting at. but
Nobody
it's like-
else in the industry that we promote or that we built platforms for, they're not going to the CMTs.
Yeah, but if
they're not going to fucking Video
ICP was
Music
at the
Awards.
VMAs.
They weren't up for an award. They just went.
Well, they were invited.
Different. Way different. They're not up for a fucking People's Choice Award. They're not up for fucking this and that and another Grammys and shit.
Well, but haven't
for
we
them.
put Tech Nine on the albums on the awards before? He's never had any
Yeah.
association with the
He's still
show
not
either.
mainstream though.
Mainstream with Tech.
There you go. There you go. There you go. Perfect. Thank you for making my argument because Jelly Roll went fucking mainstream, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that.
He
I
should
don't.
still be included.
I mean,
I mean, yeah, I do
I would
agree
love-
that it'd be kind of a waste of a vote, but
I don't think he has any chance of winning because of the same reasons you're talking
fucking
about.
kidding me? Because I'm gonna go out there and I'm be like, hey, we do this shitty ass podcast.
Uh-huh.
Fucking vote for fucking Jelly Roll every fucking day.
Well, if you actually go do that, there's an even better reason to put him on the list. That's going to force you to promote the show. Fuck yeah.
I promote this show all the fucking time.
he has people tune in for him
I
all the
promote
time.
the show more than that motherfucker right there, and I definitely promote the show more than this motherfucker.
I don't know
over
why you
here.
had to add definitely into that, but you're not wrong.
I will definitely point at both of you motherfuckers because everywhere I go, I always talk about what we do.
Everywhere I go.
When I was at Six Flags, I almost smacked the motherfucker behind the goddamn merch counter at the fucking store in the front because I was talking to him and he's like, I love you. I like your hoodie. And I'm like, cool. It's my fucking podcast, man. I said, we got a couple of hosts of mine. We built a platform to talk about, you know,
A couple hoes of mine.
Host. I went in the whole fucking spiel.
So I'm going to start saying.
And he's like, oh, that's cool. And I'm like, yeah, you should check it out. I said, here's a flyer. It's Replicon Radio. And I said, by the way, this is what pissed me off right here. As I was getting ready to walk away after paying for my shit, I said, you should check us out, man. We go live every Monday, 6 to 10. And he goes, as you should. Bitch, you wasn't paying attention to a fucking word I was saying. And I just spilled this whole fucking spiel to you trying to sell you on our fucking podcast. And all you say is, as you should.
What were you buying from the merch booth? It's Six Flags.
A hoodie.
How many flags are on it?
None. That's gay. There was roller coasters and Fright Fest.
Why did you buy that?
Because it's cool.
All right. You know what the Six Flags of Six Flags are?
Flags of six.
Yeah. You know one of them. Never mind.
A rainbow flag?
Mm-hmm.
What? Say it. Don't be a bitch. You heard Clown was at the beginning of the show.
He did. I don't remember what they all are, but they hide one of them because it was a Confederate flag.
No.
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I'll have to look that up later.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to be ignorant or nothing, or like I would look. I mean, I'm okay with keeping them on, but at the same time, if we're going to talk about it, then I mean, I don't know if you can.
Stop playing with your balls, Bill.
Because he's already getting awards everywhere else. That man got like 10 awards last year, and they only had 5 fucking award shows.
I'm proud of him.
I am too. I'm not saying that I'm not. I went to the fucking show at
Why
the
aren't
Enterprise.
you proud of him?
And he fucking killed it. I cried.
As you should.
Fuck you. As you should. Shit. That's the only thing that...
that was fitting.
Yeah. And that's the only thing that I will smack this motherfucker. Because, like, you didn't listen to a fucking word I said. You just, as you should. And, like, it was... Dude, you could definitely tell. It was, like, that's something he says all the fucking time. He's like, as you should. Get the fuck out of my store. It was late. Like, it was already past 11 when it was closing. All right. I do like that album. I don't give a fuck how country it is or how sappy it is. I do like that fucking album. The Beautiful Broken.
Yeah.
What?
So then the name of Six Flags was when it was like the original Six Flags was divided into separate regions. The Spain section, the Mexico, blah blah blah. And it was named after the 6 nations that governed Texas when we were not purchased or whatever. It was Spain, France, Mexico, the Republic of Texas, the United States of America, and the Confederate States of America.
The Confederate States doesn't have to do anything with black or white.
No, I know, but I'm saying they generally don't promote that. That's why you don't see any of the flags, is because of that flag.
But I wish people would really do their history and learn that it wasn't. I mean, there was black people fighting with white people on the same side with that flag. It really was. I mean, it's the South against the North.
I mean, we're not going to talk about those people being slaves, but I mean, technically, yes, he was
they
correct.
still fought together. I don't give a fuck. They came together.
They were brothers on the battlefield.
I mean, they came together. They protected them. The white man protected them so they didn't get killed. I mean,
they were technically cannon fodder.
So they didn't get killed.
They were technically cannon fodder. They were the front lines.
Well, they protected each other. As I would like to think, okay? Shut the fuck up. You racist fuckers.
That's why they lost. You can't fight a war with fucking farm equipment.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
Wow. Holy shit.
I'm sorry.
Oh, wait, did I take that the wrong way? Or did I take it how you said it? He's over
like, insensitive of me. I'm sorry. Here, let me roll out the podium. I would like to apologize to my family.
Wow.
Sorry, Kyler.
What did I just join into? Kyler, I don't know, bro.
We call it oopsie.
Oopsie. Oh, oh.
Oh. All right, next segment.
Right.
But if you're tuning in for the Deadly Apples, you can rewind this and check out the replay on.
Well, you can't rewind it. You
Spotify.
gotta wait till that.
No, if you're on YouTube, you can rewind it.
You can't rewind it at all.
You can rewind the live.
So even if you jumped in like now, you can go back.
Yeah, remember sometimes we have people that are behind and shit.
Oh yeah. That's true.
You can
rewind that shit.
You can
do that on
out
YouTube.
the end of this, or you can just go back to the good part.
We are the good part.
Except for our amazing guests.
Hey, look. Before we go any further, we got a half hour left.
Where are we going?
I want to say this.
Just do coke.
No, I was about to sneeze and I had to get rid of
He
it.
said,
He done took
all right, we're gonna get into it.
No.
Big Roo, the cokehead. Make that go viral.
I don't give a shit what side you're on. I don't care if you're Democrat,
Chapter 17?
Republican. I don't give a fuck if you're liberal.
Oh, I thought about Twizzlers and Juggalos.
Make sure you motherfuckers get out there tomorrow and vote. That's all I want y'all to do. Get your asses out there, get to the polls, and vote.
Vote for Congressman Curley.
Yep.
Even if you think that your vote doesn't count, it does. It really does. You get your asses out there. I'm going after work. P's going sometime during the day, even though he don't know what the fuck's going on.
Let's go to fucking Bowles Elementary.
Quit telling everybody.
Number.
That's where I go and get out of there real quick, man, after work. I'm like there for like an hour and I'm gone. Quit telling motherfuckers go.
That's where you. I didn't think that's where you went.
That's why I can either go. I can go anywhere in the district. Yeah,
I
used to
I
go
just
to
go
high
where they
school
tell
all the
me to
time.
go. That's the closest to my house.
It was closest to my house too, if you think about it. I guess either one's pretty fucking close.
The high school? That's right there.
Yeah, I mean the elementary's right there too.
You voted a week ago? Hell yeah.
Good deal.
Voted.
I don't
up.
give a shit what party you're for. Get your asses out there and vote. And if you don't vote, then you can't complain about shit. I don't give a shit what fucking what's his name? What was that comedian name? Carl.
George Carlin.
George Carlin. There you go.
That
I knew
hurts
if I said
people,
Carl,
Carl.
you would know. Yeah, George Carlin said I had to write the bitch because I ain't vote. No, you don't have to. If you don't vote, you ain't got to write the bitch about nothing.
I agree.
I mean, you can vote. Or you said you can vote for him. You can still vote. You can still vote for RFK if you want. He's on the ballot.
RFK, JFK.
RFK.
No, RFK.
Yeah, that's right.
RFK
Yeah,
still
I'm
on
just
the-
fucking.
He's
on
like
the
getting angry about that though. He's out on the ballot in Missouri, but like he's getting angry about that.
That he's still on it.
Yeah, he's like, don't fucking vote for me. I swear to God, I'll come to your house and I'll kill your children.
Whoa,
He didn't
whoa,
say
whoa.
that, but that he's angry. Like,
Well, because
For,
if
like-
Trump wins, he's in Trump's cabinet. So why?
yeah, he doesn't want anybody to vote for him at all.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not gonna persuade any.
Who is
Which
Claudia
way?
Day? There's all kinds of people.
I'm not gonna persuade any which way, but I'm definitely on all the fucking.
Who is Chase Oliver?
Oh, you know that
He
one
had that one
motherfucker
song.
that's with what's his name in them?
They're on the ballot to be voted for as president of the United States. Who the fuck are they?
Whoever paid enough money to get put on the fucking ballot.
Like,
I'm not gonna persuade you any way to vote. Just go vote. If you like her, you like him, you like somebody else.
Do you want to vote for the giant douche or the turd sandwich? Which one?
I mean, everybody. If you listen to this show, you already know who's getting my vote. Just
Right.
because I know who put more money in my pocket
Chase Oliver.
in the past. I know who's made things better in this country in the past. I don't know nothing about this person that's got appointed by the previous president or the president now. I don't know shit about her. All I know is that she was part of the problem that we have now, which is inflation. And it's costing me more money out of my pocket for everything. But you guys do you. I'm not gonna persuade anybody. Go vote. That's all I want you to do. I want you to go vote. Exercise your right to vote. Please.
Vote no. Vote.
And vote no on all the fucking propositions. Because fuck them schools and fuck them kids, right, Tone?
Damn, bro.
No, man, that Proposition B shit's fucked up, bro. They want instead of just legalizing sports gambling in Missouri,
too.
now they're going to be like, oh, we're going to give 10% to the schools. But if you look further into that fucking bill, this is the only thing I'm going to talk about because it's bullshit. When you look further into that bill, it tells you that 10% is not guaranteed to go to the fucking schools. It's whatever they're going to want to fucking give. They say 10% of what the sports betting. Yes, basically an up to. But if you know anything about career politicians, they lie about all the fucking shit, right or wrong. They lie about everything. So they're going to lie about the fucking income and give fucking schools like 2%, 1%, or nothing. So fuck that. And you know what? All these superintendents that are making $250,000 a fucking year, you know what? Cut their fucking pay down and dish that out amongst the teachers.
Hold on. I can vote for Cornel West as president?
Yes, you can.
I did not fucking know that. What the fuck is going on?
Noise, you are fucked up on cold meds, bro. You told somebody that you beat P and I in fucking beer pong.
What was that guy's name we were talking about?
That was the radio pod guy. Oh yeah, who was your partner? But like the Zool guy, who was your partner last 2023? Because we didn't play
The
last
Zool
year.
manager.
Yeah, the Zool manager kid. While you're here, who the hell was your partner that last time?
Cornell. How did I not know Cornel West was running for fucking president?
Is that
I mean, you know, what the hell is his name? You know him.
I know who Cornel West is. I'm saying, how did I not know he was running for president? I don't know who Jill Stein, Chase Oliver, Claudia De La Cruz, or Randall Terry is, who are also on the ballot.
De La Cruz, or whatever, is from Texas or Florida. He was running against Trump or whatever, but I think who was it?
It's a woman. Claudia.
Different guy. Okay,
Claudia De La Cruz.
Yeah, no, different. No.
Socialism and Liberation Party. South Carolina. Do you know any of these people?
I don't know. I'll vote for Soundgarden.
Right?
Soundgarden's on the ballot?
Yeah,
I already told her.
Hey, Chris Cornell.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Cornelius.
Oh, they're a write-in on the Missouri ballot, but they're on like 80% of the ballot.
Motherfucker, I'm clicking.
Cornel West. You know who Cornel West is, right, Tony?
No, never heard of it.
Bro, what the fuck is happening right now? It ain't letting me get back in.
I'll look it up though. Oh yeah, no, I have no idea who that is.
You know him by the pictures?
No. What was that, Rodney King?
Damn, bro.
He's an American philosopher, theologist, political activist, politician, social critic, and public intellectual. The grandson of the Baptist minister. West's primary philosophy
Why
focuses
the
on
fuck
the
am I
race
doing
and gender.
this?
He's like famous for being Dr. Cornel West. You learn some shit.
You know who
you're
Carnell
gone
Haynes
now.
is, right?
You're like gone now.
Yeah, you know who Carnell Haynes is, right?
The guy who made
Cornelius Haynes.
The guy who created Hanes underwear.
Close.
The son of the guy who created it.
No.
Oh, is that Nelly?
Yep. You looked him up real quick, didn't you?
I did.
Bro, it won't. I'm clicking this bitch. It won't even let me click back in this motherfucker. Oh, there it goes. I'll say I'll heart
You
it.
don't know this guy?
Oh yeah, that's what's his name in them. Don King's brother. Look at that.
Cornel West.
Yeah, fucking. I asked it.
Yeah.
Dr. Cornel West.
Look at that gap, bro.
Yeah.
Got that.
Yes, Rue is a ghost. That's why
Bitch,
you
I'm a ghost.
hear him and you don't see him.
That's right.
Baby, I'm a ghost.
I'm a ghost.
He's trying to rejoin. He
Mm-hmm.
didn't noise. Who's the fucking guy we're talking about?
Yeah, no. Who was old boy that was your partner in beer pong in 2023?
Who was the Zooligan manager?
Next dude.
To everybody, he was a manager for a week.
Replicon.
You're gonna get
The guy
cock when I
the
see you. Am I going to see you at Astro this year, motherfucker?
The guy who was not Pigface that we also beat in beer pong.
Noise. Am I going to see you at fucking Astro
He's
this
trying
year?
to see you right now.
Is his name Luke the Goon?
Goon.
Yeah, that's the guy.
That's the guy.
I would have never guessed that. I thought his name was Will.
Bro.
Will the Swill.
This shit's acting fucking stupid right now.
Hakuna Matata. Yeah. Does that guy still exist?
It's a wonderful phrase.
Well, you better be able to make it, bro.
marijuana. Well, you got plenty of time. It's an
You're living life in the days.
You better be there, bro. I'm going to give you a big ass hug when I see you.
Me no worries.
For the rest of your days.
Man, fuck all this shit.
It's our problem free.
Oh, we got 20 minutes left. Trying to join it. Give me in this. Let me up in this motherfucker. Hell yeah.
Let me in.
They keep wanting me to heart this motherfucker. I want
You've hearted it a bunch.
Did I?
Yeah.
I ain't trying.
Let me in.
Trying to make it to Astro and Gathering next year.
Better start walking.
And the float.
And the float.
And the float.
And the float.
Gorefest. And
Hakuna Matata.
Jaeger
Jaeger
Slam.
Bro. I just broke it.
What's the problem, bro?
I click on it and it want to heart me. Fuck you. I don't want to heart nothing.
Tap, tap on the glass, go to piece of ass.
I don't want to fiend
Tap,
motherfucker.
tap. Try re-clicking the link that was sent in the chat.
Yeah,
That's what he's doing. He just keeps liking it.
I'm really like, wait a fuck away.
Rue really likes this fucking link.
And then I click on it. I'm entering the studio now. Oh, did you resend it?
I sent a new one.
Well, let me. If this one don't work, I didn't know if you could do that or not. So let's try this.
But if you're entering the studio, you should be here.
Well, no,
You may just jump the border and stay. Yeah, you might as well just stay here. Fuck it.
All right,
Take a boat over. We just had Canadians on the show. You missed it. A Canadian.
Oh yeah.
You're from Quebec.
We had Deadly Apple, bro. Where the fuck are you at? Oh, he ain't nowhere near Quebec.
No,
I know he wasn't speaking French, but he did do the wee thing.
I didn't see his wee wee.
No, he didn't. No, that's not the wee thing. You know how French people, they go wee.
Oh, wee wee.
Oh, wait.
Oh, wee.
Wait.
I don't know what.
Wait.
Oh, no noise.
Oh, Tony hearted that one. Get the fuck out of here, Tony. Quebec's where your baby mama from, and she stabbed me with a pencil? Hell yeah.
You ain't got no baby.
Is your baby mama named Johnny?
And is Johnny a dude?
Yeah.
Bro, this shit is not. What the fuck is happening?
Why are you dying from COVID, bro? Put that shit away. It's not even real anymore.
Yeah, they voted it out.
French chicks can fuck, but they also fucked in the head. Oh, wee wee. They fuck your wee wee. Oh, hello. You want to fuck my wee wee?
We got a lot of
You want to
mucus
fuck my way?
going on in the back of that mouth there, bud.
Hawk Suey.
Talk to her.
Bro, what the fuck? I don't want to copy link, dick. You fucking link, dick.
Happy birthday.
Why this motherfucker literally kicked me out?
Lululemon.
Literally kicked me out.
Lululemon.
Oh, wait a minute. What happens if I click this button?
What are you doing?
Copy. Messenger. Shit. Oh.
Oh my god, I don't want to see you, fucker.
Oh, okay. All right. That sucks. I tried to send you a link via the invite button on our fucking interface here, and it said an error has occurred.
It does that every time.
It does it every time?
That's why I just copy and paste it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, that's dumb.
Same rate though. We love you too, Noise.
We love you, buddy.
That's my dude. Love you, Noise.
Oh, wee. What's up?
Bro, you try clicking that motherfucker.
What am I clicking?
The fucking top link. The one that, not the one that says copy link or nothing.
Yeah, visit this page.
You click that motherfucker.
Can you copy it? Can you click on it and copy it and then paste it into the URL bar?
I don't know if he's got what the hell. I can't
Well, that's what I'm trying to tell him to do is just
What?
if clicking on it isn't working.
The thing goes away.
Right. Man, I'm about
Let me
you want to get out of there? I'll get you all the way back out and I'll put you in the message.
clear all.
What the fuck is that? Oh.
Oh, don't worry. That was me.
No worries. Farm equipment. That still fucked me up, bro.
Dude. Sometimes I can't stop the thoughts that come into my head.
Hey, what's a skeleton's favorite meal?
I mean, the only thing that comes to mind is ribs.
Spare ribs.
Spare ribs.
How do you steal a coat?
Chinese spare rib.
I don't know.
Oh my god.
Did I tell you guys this one? How do you steal a coat?
I don't know.
You jack it.
You did tell me that one.
Oh shit. There he is. There he is.
Hello.
Hello.
And nobody can see it because you didn't put it in
Yeah,
there.
I'm on there.
Good.
What's up, y'all? Big brew and a half.
Been there and a half.
Let me go this way.
Oh, look at that.
Hey, how y'all doing?
You got to cover your face with the microphone.
Oh yeah, you're right.
There you go.
I mean, when I don't do that, and
Hey,
I talk over
how's
it,
everybody doing?
You can't hear me.
Big Brew's here. What's up, y'all?
Neither one
Look,
of
I
us
look.
like
You can see me there, but my face is covered here. This is the difference between microphones or camera settings.
But if I go over the microphone, you can't hear me. If I literally sit over the microphone, you can't hear me.
You can point your mouth down into the.
You can do it.
That's what I do, and then you tell me I'm covering my face.
Because you are, because the camera's on the other side of the microphone.
It is. You want me to put it in front of me?
See, there you go. Don't put it in the thing. Look at that. Look at everybody. There's Rue.
I'll just hold it like this forever.
There you
Yeah,
go.
there you go.
There's a dinosaur. What's it? Here, take this from me.
Oh, you're not handing it to me.
Well, I wasn't until I said take it from me. What'd you do with the Replicon radio sign?
It's still back there. I ain't hanging up.
Oh,
yet.
is it back there? Oh, I didn't see it.
Open the door.
I believe you.
Or close the door.
I believe you.
Close the door, motherfucker.
I believe.
No, I got proof points to pee. Damn, my shit all fucked up. How you fuck? Oh, because this goes this way.
Oh, you mean you turned it upside down?
Yeah.
It looked better.
Close the door. It better still be there. If not, somebody got a problem. Yeah, there it is. I'll try to figure out where to go with it.
I thought you were gonna put it behind you.
I'm thinking so, but I gotta get some shit to fucking. I gotta
You
find.
you can put it on the wall that's usually behind
I was
me.
gonna show him when I was holding it, and then I didn't see it over there.
Yeah, that's it. With the baby gate, my doggy gate.
It doesn't work.
My doggy gate, it worked.
Well, I mean, you don't use it, so it doesn't
Right.
work.
Well, facts. Yeah, I don't have to use it.
It's not keeping the dog out at all.
No, I don't need it no more. I mean, I can put it here, but then we gotta jump over it. But
We got a gigantic metal sign from the Adopt the Highway days.
I'll work on that this weekend. I don't know. I don't think it's gonna fit over there.
There's a big
Well,
old
no one
wall.
would ever see it because the guy who sits over there is never here.
2 weeks. I've been gone for 2 weeks.
You're gonna be here in 2 weeks. Damn. Bro.
No, I said I've been gone for 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's a lot. You get
Yeah,
fired.
I have shit going on.
Fired. You don't have anything going on. You're just sitting at home.
Did you want to come to my house and pick me up and then bring me back after the show?
Maybe.
That was almost an option because I asked him. I was like, "Did you go out?"
The last time I offered, and he just came up with another excuse. Oh no!
What excuse was that? Because I'm pretty sure it was
He
valid.
said, you want
I
me to
don't
come
remember.
pick you up, and you said if you want to or whatever, and didn't answer his question.
Oh, I said, yeah, it was up to you if you wanted to do that. If you wanted to come back out here, and then he acted like I never responded to him. And then he got mad that I didn't respond to him, even though I responded to him that, hey, if you want to, yes.
But you didn't answer the question. You said if you want to. It wasn't a matter if you want to. It's he offered, and you yes or no. If you would have said yes, that'll be cool. He would have been there to pick you up. You got to learn how P works. I mean, I get what
right.
you said. Yeah, if somebody had said if you want whatever you want to do, all right, cool, I'll come pick you up. That's how you and I would have interacted.
Yeah.
But with P, you gotta dumb it down a little bit.
Well, I was expecting one more comeback of like hit. He needs a safety blanket. Hold
I feel
on.
very attacked right now.
I mean, there ain't nothing wrong with what we're saying, man.
No.
It's just like you prefer a yes or no. Like when he said if you want to or it's up to
Hell
you.
no, I don't want to.
I was expecting a one more comeback of his response to me going, hey, if you want to, yes.
Right.
Like I was expecting a one more comeback, and he never did. He just like, well, you never responded. I was like, I mean, I did. Like it was the conversation got left open. I didn't think it was important enough, like for you to have to do all that driving when I could just do this remote. It's not like I'm trying to do this remote, but like it only affects the 3 people on the screen, not everybody that's listening. No, like the people that tune in, I might as well be in the same fucking room. People don't even know.
If you guys are affected by this, please leave a comment down below that Tony will never read. And I will inform him of all the comments of how affected you are by him not being here 2 weeks in a row.
Didn't that album come out this year?
What?
Somebody came out with a effect album. In effect, infested. I'm on to something. Hang on.
Yeah, in effect. Mission Impact. New Mission Impact.
There's an album though.
New Mission Impact.
Is that what it is?
I don't know.
Well, I know they were promoting
Infected or infested or
I'm
something?
not inside your little white hood.
Mission Infect. I don't know if they came out with a release yet.
What's the name of the album though? The name of the album is like Infected or Infested or something.
Yeah, that's not bad. It's called Armageddon.
Oh.
Damn, see.
But that was March 8th. You're talking about something else.
I mean, yeah, I am.
I don't know what it is, but
Well, how does my brain fucking work with this shit?
clearly
I'm the
it
one
doesn't.
I'm
It's
the
not.
one that's usually the dumb one on it.
Well, it's
so I
not
just
working.
named a bunch of in effect. Oh, you know what? Effect. I'm thinking of the Whitney Payton album. Never mind.
That did not come out.
Effect did. That was like fucking 4 albums ago.
Yeah, not this year.
No, it wasn't this year.
Noise 13 put out a single, I think, this year.
Noise, you put out a single this year? If you did, you might be up for. Nope, never mind. It's got to be an EP.
Side Effects by Whitney Payton last year.
That's it. Yeah. That's it. That's what I was thinking.
It's got a butt on it. That's all I remember. Noise 13's single has a butt on it.
His ass?
I don't think it's his.
Is it cute?
I'm pretty sure it's not
Is
his.
it a cute butt?
I don't know. We're going to figure out if it's his first. It's probably Skeet the Meat or whoever that guy's name was.
Skeet the Meat?
What'd you guys say that guy's name was?
Fucking Skeet the Meat. Hey, I am no longer Big Roo. I'm fucking Skeet the Meat, bro.
That's going to be my next online tag. Jesus Christ.
Fuck yeah, Skeet the Meat.
Skeet the Meat. That is fucking
My name is
Awesome.
Skeet the Meat. Fuck y'all. I'm claiming that shit right now. Skeet the
Yeah.
Meat.
Oh man, I'll be Skeet
Yeah,
the
it's
Meat
called
the
Out of
second.
It got a thumb on it too, bro.
Yeah,
That's all noise, bro.
it could be. Could be.
Noise, is that your ass on your album cover with a thong on?
Was that your mama thong? Damn.
Mama and them there?
Skeet the Meat.
Wasn't that what they said his name was?
No, his name was Luke the Goon.
It's the same thing.
Well, whatever.
You're saying the same thing.
Luke the Goon, Skeet the Meat.
Yeah. Same thing. Same shit, different fucking algorithm.
Alex, how the fuck your foot doing?
Oh, she went to bed, but it's doing a little bit better. But she's in the stage where it's gonna basically stay stagnant until it starts like healing. But like she's over like the initial like really bad part of it where she had to use crutches to walk, and she's been hobbling around in her boot without the
I
crutches.
think it might be cake.
That is not cake.
I think it might be cake.
No, dog. That's either a sex doll or it's Noise's ass.
But it could be cake.
But her wisdom teeth are doing pretty good. Or,
Well,
well,
how the teeth are doing.
the holes are doing good so far.
She
And
don't smoke anymore, so she shouldn't have a problem with that.
she never smoked. I smoked. She never smoked.
That's right.
But
And
like
she
she
drink
is
out of
going
a-
in for like a super deep cleaning in a couple weeks, which is just gonna make it to where she can't eat again. But I mean she's beat up, but she's doing all right. She's getting around better.
She'd be doing a lot better if you didn't throw her down the stairs.
Facts.
Well, she should have been running her mouth, but
I mean, that's between y'all.
Yakety yak.
for the record, I wasn't at home. But yeah, I mean, she's still having to nurse it. I mean, obviously you have to do that if you got a broken bone. Takes a while for it to fully heal, but she's getting around better. Look at that cake.
Wait till she's sleeping and smack it.
It takes like a full year for
See if
your
she's
ribs to
baking it
recover.
or not.
That makes me want to vomit just thinking about it, Rue.
That this might be cake.
Smacking her
No,
foot, or that might
No,
be cake?
smacking her foot. I'll smack that cake though.
Is it cake?
Ooh, that might be Noise's ass. You're gonna smack.
That might be Noise's ass, and a pregnancy test, and a bottle of wine.
That's definitely Noise's ass.
But that might be cake. It's very squared.
That's Noise's ass.
You see how squared it is?
I mean,
I've never seen his ass in person, so I don't know what to compare it to.
I mean, he is a square body kind of guy.
Okay.
SpongeBob SquarePants. That could be
Well, I wouldn't
SpongeBob.
smack it, but I mean, if that's him, he's a tiny bit caked up.
Is it under sheets?
I'm
or
not
what
even
is
talking about it being
Coke?
caked up. I think it's actually cake. I think this could be on that TV show. Is it cake? And
Yeah.
Put a knife. You could do it. Put a knife into it.
So you think that he paid to have a cake look like an ass?
Yeah,
He ain't pay that.
it's probably.
Because that's a lot of money. Than to just ask a friend
What
to
if you
go,
have a
hey, can you
friend
put
that
on a
owns a
thong
bakery?
and jump into bed?
What if you have a friend that owns a bakery and wanted to make a butt cake?
I feel like it would be a lot easier just to find
Instead
a
of a
real
butt
ass.
cake, it's a butt cake.
A bun cake.
Well, yeah, but what if they had an after party where everyone got to eat the cake?
It's like, all right, guys, we got the cover photo.
That's the next video. Is everyone eating a butt cake?
Everybody's eating.
All right.
Everyone's eating ass. That's a
I
song.
mean,
That's a
I hope
Juggalo
he's
song
taking.
all
I hope
day.
he's taking notes.
I'd almost put money. That's a Clockwork E song. Everyone's eating ass or something like that.
Okay, I definitely won the one game.
1-1 game. Did you win it 1-1?
I won the Replicon
1-1.
Radio Football League, not the
1-1.
second. I won the first league, not the second.
1-1.
1-1.
Wow.
Chicken me China, the Chinese chicken. You have a drumstick and your brain starts ticking. Watching X-Files with no lights on. Some other words that the little remember, but they don't.
Who knows? Crows up shit.
What'd you say about a cow's toe?
That the counting crows. Who does
Yeah,
that?
that's a counting cows.
Counting crows. Who does
Counting
that
cows'
song?
toes.
Who does that song?
The
Oh,
bare naked ladies.
That's it. And that's it. We're out of time.
Counting cows' toes. Tune in next week for Cartoon Bondurant, not to be confused with
The
Counting
last
Cows'
20
Toes.
minutes went quick.
I felt like the last 3 minutes went by slow as shit. I'm tired as fuck. Though.
Chicken Me China, the Chinese
Chinese
chicken. Tune in next Monday, and we got Cartoon Bondurant.
That made no sense.
And if you just tuned in, go check out the replay of this episode and check out Deadly Apples. Follow him on Instagram and
I'm gonna ask him why he's got a
Facebook,
long
Twitter.
ass fucking like. Why can't he just be called Cartoon? Why he gotta have Bondurant?
Tune in next
That's
week.
a long ass name, bro.
Bondurant.
Bondurant.
I like
Why?
to call him Cartoon Fondant,
Fondue.
which is what you put on cake.
Also a cake. Would taste like shit.
Yeah, this is like a thick icing.
Damn. Man, you just told the man he tastes like shit.
No,
Well, I have
fondant tastes like shit.
Cartoon Fondant tastes like shit,
Fondant.
especially when it's in cake ass form. We're gonna learn all about it next Monday.
Was
So
it Cartoon
tune in next
Bondurant
Monday.
that was on Noise's cover? Is that what you're saying?
It could be.
Yeah.
Could be.
All right.
Come hang out this Friday if you're in St. Louis for the Long Live Evil tour. It's going down at Pops in Sauget, Illinois.
Sauget, not Sauget.
Sauget.
You fucking soggy motherfucker.
Yeah.
You're representing Sauget.
And we'll see y'all next time.
Bye, y'all. Remember, if you would like to be a proud sponsor on Replicon Radio, shoot us an email to repliconiswatching@gmail.com for more information.
Yeah.